We're not. We're really not. It's sad, man. Even like road shows rather, and traveling throughout the continent.
I mean, road shows is what I want.
Because Konvo was meant to be that. Konvo was meant to be South Africa. We've reached our ceiling as far as our core audience is concerned. Because most South Africans only care about politics and jokes. Then you hit the African continent and you're just going for an elite audience. What Ufo Sitembe was trying to do for himself.
Yeah. But Mavi does it Maganama conference. He doesn't literally travel to the space to have the chat.
No, it's okay, but I'm saying what he's chosen to do, how he's chosen to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to find a specific class globally that I can speak to.
In South Africa, that's only you. You know that.
No, trust. We know this. Trust. I'll take all the accountability.
You know we are ready.
I mean, I'm my biggest barrier to many things.
Why? We are ready for.
Why am I my biggest barrier? Because number one, I haven't put my podcast on audio. Number two, I don't spend time speaking to my YouTube mentor, whatever it's called. There's these YouTube people that video call you to tell you how to do things better. And I only had one of those calls and they feedback and they give you tips.
Who's that? Is that an automated thing?
No, it's a person that works for YouTube. They send you an email and they're like, can we book a time? And they review your channel. They tell you, look, have you considered doing this? If I look at your analytics, it looks like people are more into this type of thing. Have you considered adding like a store? Have you considered... There was one who said on your homepage, create a summary video, short, like a trailer, where anyone who's visiting for the first time will see what your channel is about. All those things. So I'm just saying there's that. And then there's putting a team together or finding a team that does road shows and saying, please do road shows for us. We'll come through. Otevza will film, I'll host. And then like the stuff already exists.
So he's saying
but the problem is me. I'm not organized. I'm not disciplined. And sometimes when those opportunities are put on the table, I find weird excuses to not commit. Sorry, let's film, please.
So what you're thinking as you plan when?
I think for every single human being on earth, their number one barrier is themselves.
But in this case, thinking when?
That's a fact.
Because we're not ready to feel him.
That's okay.
And you are saying no.
That's not what I'm saying.
It sounds like that's what you're saying.
Seems like you're saying
I don't care.
Do you know why Black South Africans don't travel?
Why they don't travel? Yeah. I don't know. Why?
Do you know why Black South Africans don't travel?
Yeah.
Why?
Something to do with you being the problem.
Oh, okay. So Black South Africans, if you ask them why they don't travel, will tell you that it's because they don't have money.
Yeah.
But the reality is that South Africa is comfortable. And how you prove this is that Black South Africans will travel for money, for a better opportunity from Ubuntu or Penson's favorite, Vaba to Joburg.
So they have to find a reason to travel, but just to go to holiday.
The reasons the Nigerians, the Malawians, the Mozambicans travel is not because they have money. No. They have less money.
They want to
find
money.
Because they need a better life. They're uncomfortable where they are.
Yeah.
So people generally, even the Europeans, when they came here, it wasn't because, let's explore. No. It's because they were overcrowded.
You're saying that they must you're asking why are South Africans not traveling for better opportunities or not traveling for
why
leisure?
they don't travel full stop is because South Africa is too comfortable. They don't need to. There's no Americans don't travel, to be honest. They don't. If you were to actually do a relative, because America's nice. The Americans that do travel are the ones who either have money for tourism or they are looking for opportunities to make money. But most Americans,
not a thing, though.
Most Americans will never travel. They'll never get on a plane. Americans get excited flying from Los Angeles to New York. That's a once in a lifetime trip for an American. It's like, we're going to New York. We're going to Los Angeles.
Do you know how many people I know that have never left KZN?
No, we know a lot. Our families. Your mother outside of us had never gone past Joburg until we studied in the Eastern Cape. It was her first time there. Until we took her to Cape Town. It was the first time there. Until we went overseas. She would have never. And that's not a bad thing. It's just...
It's an okay thing, yeah?
So Eastern Cape?
Yeah.
No,
I mean, I've traveled all provinces. I know. I've traveled all provinces.
I'm going to run that poll on Twitter because I realize there's only few of us who have ever been to every single province in this country.
No, I mean, I have.
Yeah, but every province... Kimberley, I'm trying to think.
Northern Cape. No one goes to the Northern Cape. Yeah, and then people don't go to the Northwest.
No one goes to Kimberley.
And then Amanguni will never go to Limpopo. There's no reason for them to ever go there.
Northwest is Sun City Mos and Rusty Dust.
If you go to Sun City, but you're in Sun City, to Yes. So Northwest, maybe Sun City becomes the excuse. And for Joburg people, ERTs is like where they cross the border.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise, they'd never go.
Snap. Okay.
But Amanguni,
So
the
the main
Zulus and the
attraction
Xhosas
is-
will never go to Limpopo.
But like they've never been to like the main cities in every province.
Forget the main cities. They've never been to it.
But surely that's how we should count it.
No, that's for you as a privileged person.
No, but you should
We're just saying, Guti, why forget paid bridge?
but going from Joburg to Newcastle, you go through Mpumalanga, Free State to get to Newcastle.
Yes. So you take 4.
So those people say I've been to 4.
As
No.
an example. Yes.
They would
Sorry.
say that.
No,
I disagree with that.
No, I hear you. I'm saying according to the poll that I'd run,
Yeah.
I would say yes. A more detailed poll would be like, I've never visited the Free State. I've never visited Mpumalanga. But for me, because look, understand the Newcastle thing to what you've said. If uhamba ngeroute yeMemel, ngeroute Volkrust neStanderton, you actually gudla through Mpumalanga. That one is really fair. You stop Volkrust, you stop Standerton.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Ngapha, you stop in Villiers,
Yeah.
Villiers.
Yeah.
That's Free State.
Sure.
You may not have enjoyed and thrived, but you were in the Free State. You know a landmark there. But to what you're saying, sure. Anyways, I think we're starting. I've got some topics here because we don't have much time that I want to table.
Before, if you haven't been to big cities or big towns in the province, I don't count it.
Okay.
That's not fair.
No, you don't have to be at PE in the Eastern Cape, but at least give me Zinj,
Grahamstown.
Grahamstown, like
A notable landmark.
town. Yes, a notable town.
And you slept there.
Yeah. No, you don't have to sleep there. You can have a pie. You can have a pie and
Out.
You
I'm
see,
good.
you also finish.
No, it's better than a person who is saying from a Newcastle. It's only been in Newcastle Court, but they're claiming 4 provinces. No.
But they've been to Miemel, they've been to Villiers.
No, Miemel is not a notable town within Free State.
It is for KZN
If you said Welkom, Bethlehem, obviously Bloem, then Sharp, then you've been to Free State.
Sure.
But if you're gonna say Miemel, yeah.
Anyways, sorry. Roundabout thing to answer this.
Yeah.
The reason why I am my biggest barrier is because my life is too comfortable. I don't need to do roadshows. I don't need to be on TV. I don't need to go on radio. I don't need to put our stuff on
So
audio.
then our dreams and ambitions, they might just stop because of you.
So it depends on how badly you want it. How badly do you want it? Because if you want it bad,
but Penson,
it's up to you, Bungshela.
Dana nyukushela.
That's fine.
Penson kunini isiringa? For the past 3 years.
Tell me where you said we must go.
When you midfielder, we midfielder aggressive, ambitious. We feed the strike. Strike amashika phambi University.
I can't feed.
There's no need to score.
I've been scoring though.
There's no need. It's okay.
How many subscribers?
It's okay. It's okay.
How many
to
subscribers?
Score. It's okay.
On Konvo.
It's okay to score.
2 something.
That's not scoring.
233,000.
We are a premium podcast platform in South Africa, arguably
Is it?
the African continent. So, to mean I'm not scoring.
Nje.
No. What was our benchmark? Our benchmark was let's travel.
Forget
so
the
I'm just
benchmark.
basing it on that.
Yeah.
What am I just offering easy? We're speaking about travel.
We've done an iconic Orania interview. We could have done more, but I know the problem is me.
Umjita.
Mhlawumbe ngabe sesivashela uRupert siyachila naye.
Uyazi mkhuluma
Hayi,
ayinja.
But you know,
We would be standing Bosch in the vineyards. With my camera siyacusha nathi phela ngeke ngisale nami phakathi. But
Hey, Rupert, can we do a selfie for Instagram? Excessive. I'll shoot. I know you're on Rupert. I'll shoot. I'll shoot. Like content.
Hey guys, welcome to Abuja. Hey guys.
Mara Penson ukure. I want to scour.
We in Cairo.
I'm too comfortable.
And the thing
Cairo.
is, you've got the base. All that is needed now is accommodation, transport.
I know it's easy. That's the easiest part.
Mfana, when are we scoured?
I once told you that I'd like to do a reality show.
Yeah.
That would have fixed everything. We would have traveled the world now. Because I'd just be like, just follow me on my life.
Life yakho ulungelo
Futhi,
sometimes ke phela. Asinikwe space
Your life in a little secret is a problem.
Yabona.
Utobora learning ngayifaki.
Icheri yakutshela ukuthi ngithengele le bhodlela wena usunama excuse. Mawungifuna ngithela amabhodlela usunama excuse.
Yabona. Manje fanele edit life yakho sa
cut this one out, no.
edit.
This child must not be known. No, yeah.
Play wonke umuntu play. Manje irate enjani lo show le?
That's not gonna work.
Editing. Yeah.
I've got 9 points here.
Okay, before you go, 2 things. Caesar, you must get a mic. Because people are complaining that you don't have a mic.
Didn't you have it in the episode that came
The
out?
last episode,
today?
people were like, oh, thank God Caesar's got a mic. So people love your opinion. So I think it must be standard. Caesar must have a mic. No. No.
And the guy says something.
But I'm just saying to you, people have noticed. So I think it must be a standard that you must have a mic. Because people like, Caesar will like his opinion. Why doesn't he have a mic? So to you need a mic. Moving forward. Yeah. We've agreed Caesar's going to have a mic all the time. Thank God. What was the other point?
Yeah. The
other point was, we need to figure out a way of inviting. Remember when we speak about AMAGENTS originally? We need to find a way of getting other gents on the podcast.
Like on the...
Yeah.
No, but chatting here, or we said we're going to have guys that also just give an opinion.
No, they must come chat here, man. Like this thing must survive based on us.
Can I tell you the
Doesn't make
problem?
sense.
Can I tell you the problem?
Yeah.
One back trauma, bro. And it's tiring. So it's just like, you know what? Let's have a beer and just chat, dog.
Okay.
Let's just have a beer and chat. Because I think, where's this going to live and work? What are they going to say? Hey, now, can you please edit that out? Hey, can you just edit that out?
Yes, sir.
And you're like, bro, we're just having a chat, dog.
Okay.
If you don't want to talk about your kids, don't talk about your kids. If you're not about, okay, can I see the stuff before it is? I just want to, and I'm like, bro, you're taking it too seriously for what we're trying to build.
I told you what a podcast is.
Alright,
I was excited on my way here because I felt the way I used to feel when we started podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Because truth be told, when we are filming, what excites me is coming to see you guys and chatting. The guest becomes like, we don't know if it's going to be a good chat or not. But with you guys, it's...
Stand down.
Yeah.
So what I said to Debs at some point is if we could go back to the original, get mics and it's just us and we just chat.
The way it is.
What makes our podcast and chill work is Mac G, Saul, and Ghost Lady. That's it. When someone visits, it's like, hey,
Yes.
This is our family.
Yeah.
These are the guys.
Yeah, let's have a
We want to
nice
hear what
chat.
they have to say. But I'm saying that just as a lento com, which we can always just be us, number one. Or two people, it doesn't matter. But I agree with Utebza that it would be nice to have,
Of course.
3 random gents chatting about anything. And especially gents that have been invited. Look, as a start, we could be in the back.
Sure.
We can have the mics and be the ghost just to help them along.
Yeah.
And if we see that 10, 15 minutes and they're struggling, then you can shy replacement. Let me come sit here because Intwani yatatazela. No. Yeah. 9 points.
9 points are one, yeah.
Andile Ncube no Faith Nketi. Faith Mangope. What's Faith's name?
Metro FM.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's Mangope.
Has she changed?
No, I don't know her name.
Isn't that a son?
But they do those clips. Don't they do those clips?
No,
that they
man,
put on
I
TikTok?
don't want to mess this up.
Don't they do those clips that they put on
People's
TikTok?
names are so
Those are nice
important.
clips. Anyway.
On Metro.
Yeah, they put them on TikTok.
What are you going to do that? Ask a man what that?
Ask her.
Not necessarily, but I really think that's gold content. Faith Mangope is a South African media personality. Yeah, I've got her. Faith Mangope. Faith no Andile Ncube, there's a clip that they raised, which I thought was really key, where they were asking, how do you know if someone is your ex or not? Because Andile says he's with this lady. This lady introduces him to another lady. Hey, this is Andile. Hey, yo, what up? And the lady's like, oh, this is Andile, my ex. And he's like, hey, your ex. And it ended up being a conversation around how do you define an ex? And in that it was, must you have had sex? How long must you have been together? Etc. etc. That's the first one. You guys will decide which one you want. Number 2.
Zwasho 9.
Zwasho won't get. Number 2, how much contact time are fathers meant to have with their children?
What's
in a
not
perfect world.
Ashayandile mpe dance kubaba mfethu. Because that one le mnandi le.
It's busy. No, Baba. Don't about no, Baba.
We're not gonna finish all of them.
Right, ngisho singafinishi. Asiqale le Andile. Le yama ex. Balekile le ngoba baningi abantu basiclaimayo. Namthola no Tebza kwa grade 9.
That's a good one. Do relationships in high school count?
They do count.
What if you never had sex?
It doesn't matter.
Dude, as long as you guys, for me, as long as you guys have
let's hit. But anyways, my theme for the week is men and women are equal.
Yeah, that has
I
always
saw
been
this
there.
on your story.
Men and
and I
women
was so
are equal.
bored. I was like,
number
this
1
guy.
and number 2. There's no reason. There's no valid reason to have his temp. Those are the only ones I'm gonna put on the table. I'm gonna close the other ones.
Makashaya yile moment. You plaster the whole week, bro.
Whole week.
It's like new revelation, bro. It's like, fuck. What? Then I come, man. The revelation. That whole week was shy.
Ngathi ngachokwa ile popcorn. Chokwa ama chips zindla.
What's it with TikTok? What's it X?
When the woman is and she's the provider, the man must think. Then he must support the family. He must.
You know, four out of every 5 suicides are from men, and it's because of this not being a safe space.
What about your
Uvela la kumachita,
What's up? TikTok.
uvulela kumachita nje ucabanga ukuthi safe space akunyele. Uhambe endlini.
Impenshana ngiyacaba le.
Masimshayile lento le. Ezivele le. Jesus. Kuluma andile. Hey.
Oh, open the window, right?
Okay, great. Ngicreate ngisidudla boy.
How do you define an ex?
If the both of you have said, siyachola.
Have said.
Said.
If you've never said, you're
you've
together
never
for 5
said.
years,
No.
you are shamboking, you guys were going on dates, you've met each other's families, but you've never said.
You've never said you and I are in a relationship.
Who must say it? Apparently, men are the gatekeepers of umjolo and
Things have
mshado.
changed now, but
Women want to know, like, Tebza, what are we?
yeah, as long
So as long as the guy says,
no, whoever
both of them. What if the woman says, but you're my boyfriend? That would be, hey.
Untold. There has to be an agreement between the two
What if
parties.
the guy's like, I made you, and she's like, oh, I'm not your matey.
Untold.
So both of you need to have
Both of
consensus
you-
in saying, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you must have made it explicit.
Yes. To each other.
Mina, we don't have to make it explicit. I think it's once I'm territorial, nomona ngawe.
Yeah, but how will she know?
Yo.
No.
Because the other gents that are smashing her also are territorial.
How will they know?
Fethu. Oh, let us
But mina ngizosho. But mina ngizosho.
Also, Tin.
Hayi usuyintombi yami wena.
Oh yeah.
Umshetho waba
Athi ngintombi yakho.
intombi yami.
Ay.
Asiyeke.
We have a situation.
Yeah, then Untold, yeah.
Asiyeke.
Then it's done.
Siyeke yini?
Asiyeke situation shit.
I'm naked. Come over.
No.
Hayi.
Awunamanga engaya.
I'm naked, come over. Hayi.
Wazi?
Hayi.
Huh?
Angifuni ungihethe.
Thumeli nude.
Aye.
Open view once.
Mina ngithi sengifilile. Mina sengiyafila ngithi mina. Mina sengiyafila.
Thumeli video view once.
Mina sengiyafila.
Ngiyabuza.
Angeke.
Athi I'm naked.
Ku right. Baningi abantu ba naked.
I'll send you
emhlabeni.
Uber money.
No Eva is naked.
I'll send you Uber money.
Right, angishoti nge-Uber yakho.
Athi come have this kitty cat.
Hayi. Cabanga.
Don't you want this?
No, you have to say that's what it is. Done.
Once mina ngakhetha. Once ngakhetha, yena kangifili.
Untold.
Mina ngisafuna ukudlala lapho because ngizophenduka islima. Ngiyazi ukuthi lo sisi uzongenza islima. Somewhere down the line ngizoba inyoni. But if I say sengiyakhetha, his son says asijole phela yini. Mase okay, all right. Mase ngisendela i-view once. Ngeke ngiyivule ngizoyivula sengihleli naye.
One night stand?
No. Untold.
Oh, siyajola.
Oh, what?
No, siyajola nge-one night stand.
High school,
As long as ngikhetshile,
sex doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
Aye.
Even if you guys have been seeing each other for 2 weeks. And as soon as you say, I'm your boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, and then you break up the next day, that's your ex.
Ex.
No, not me. Mina must know more now.
Ex.
Yes, Tin. If there's a person that I caught feelings for, what grade? 10. Ne? When I'm going to jola nayo, ezumchita wami. Fawuzongicela.
So your exes are kids in crash, because in crash they say that. That's my boyfriend, that's my girlfriend.
No, catch
He
my
ex
feelings.
leyo.
Catch my feelings, baby. No, catch my feelings.
The ex leyo.
If I can't remember long
If I can't remember.
Oh, but
If I can't remember. Stabile from where? Oh, Sakumbuli.
I crashed.
Kuswayo.
This is steps of my ex. Hey.
Aye.
But you remember you said we were dating. Ah.
Mina akekho usisi ozothi kimi ngivumi ukuthi yade ngiyi-ex yakhe if I didn't catch feelings.
Uto Raymond Zondo in that clip. You must know something. Tell me what you know. Utum Chita, what I know, I don't remember. That's the bottom line. What I know, I don't remember. That's the bottom line.
Do you know what must suck? And I think I spoke about this 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and we've spoken so many times offline. Is if you are dating a person whose ex is like a celebrity in the limelight.
If you're
dating a person, you're dating Usibongile. Usibongile used to date Casper Nyovest.
Yeah.
Yaziwa ukuthi Usibongile no Casper Nyovest kade be-item. Yaziwa.
No, make it easy. Casper and Boiti, Minnie Dlamini and Kune.
Minnie Dlamini and Kune.
Yeah.
something
So-
making noise, I just want to figure out.
I can also hear it. It sounds like something's boiling.
Do you know how tough that must be?
Would you struggle with those insecurities?
I would never even play in that dam.
Would you date a celebrity?
Nope.
Because you struggle with?
The celebrity must be a celebrity like what?
She's an author. She writes books.
Yeah, I'd date a
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, I'd date her. Or like Usisoculi Gospel, I'd date that person. I wouldn't date them.
Uhlengiwe Ntombela.
Yeah.
Or she goes into that other celebrity life.
Where?
No, because she's a super celebrity.
Yes, I'd date her.
No, Uhlengiwe Mhlaba.
Yeah. Rock of ages, yeah, I'd date. I mean, I wouldn't date umuntu who's past.
Penson's got insecurities, man. You
Whose
wouldn't date a
past is
celebrity.
public. No, I said I would. I no J.K. Rowling. I would just not date. There's a certain personality.
It's girls.
I wouldn't date it.
I wish I McIver.
I
You
wouldn't
wouldn't
date
date hot girls.
it.
Pearl
Yeah, hot
Thusi,
girls are it
Sarah
girls.
Langa,
No, but
Mihlali
you know,
Ndamase.
Sabat, that are not in front of the camera.
That's what I'm saying. Those are beautiful women. Only hot girls are the ones that you're speaking about. So I'm just swapping the word it girls with hot.
No, there's many hot girls that are celebrities because they play basketball or they play soccer or they sing gospel or they,
Yes, hot.
yes, they're
that I've
hot.
seen.
They don't have to be it girls. Mina it girls ilaba bafuna ukunakwa icefe batshengisa
It's hot
izinga.
girls who want that. Hot girls, not beautiful women.
I'm talking
They
about
must
hot girls.
understand that.
So there's a chick called Dlali Banyana. Have you seen her?
Yes. Yes.
With the long legs. Unokuwoma apha.
Icefe.
Hey, pretty privilege is disgusting.
Ibhola yakhe?
Angimazi. I don't watch. We just see the clip.
It's like a ibhola. Wazini ibhola.
What that?
Sorry, anyways, it girls are the problem.
It girls.
Sarah Langa, Mihlali Ndamase, Nomzamo Mbatha, Pearl Thusi, Boiti Thulo.
I mean, I don't ungangifaki in that chat.
Which chat? I mean, I'm not secure. I'd definitely date a celebrity chick, but it depends on her brand. Like a Nomzamo.
No,
It
some is
depend on her
better
brand.
than
Pearl
the
Thusi.
other ones.
No.
Pearl Thusi. In terms of brand, look, we're not speaking ill of anyone. We're speaking about the public perception around.
So when you wouldn't
brand.
date any celebrity,
I would. But there has to be the brand. I wouldn't date the it girls who celebrity.
who and that you would date?
Ushilo nje.
I apologize.
I'm saying the one
I apologize to mention this because this is someone's wife. But wife
Gabelo Mabalane, well,
no yambuyiseni Ndlozi.
yes.
Yes, muhle lo
She was a loom count generation.
Yabona une personality
She's become behind the scenes. Sort of.
Yabona nje khona abantu abangama actress engabadate nje kamnandi.
Nandi Madida, iwife ya Sex Bantwini.
Yes.
Gail Mabalani.
Yeah,
Iwife ya
Kabelo.
Kabelo. Buka Love.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
No, I'm talking about it girls. I'm
no,
it girls.
forget it. No, the point is you're also saying it's based on the brand. Because a lot of these girls tick the same boxes.
But he wouldn't date
I wouldn't date a Boiti, a Mini, a Pearl Thusi. Those are the
because of their
Mihlali.
brands.
Give me, those are it girls.
You must see me.
See me?
See
Look,
me
I was
now.
here, bengilapha. Look, ukuyipentshisi look.
What the hell?
Date and gijima nayo.
Ntombazana yasethukela fail.
Oh, munye nje ucula.
Amazi see me. No, is that a real thing? Amazi see me.
No, I don't know.
Hey, sengathi
Angifaka kuye amazi.
Yeah.
sengathi ngaba khona umuntu ongasika le part lekhuywa ngosimi nje amthumele usimi.
Huh?
Khona
Usimi bani? How does
Just Simi.
How
Or
does
just
spells-
type in Simi music. SIMMY music.
Useso right.
She's got a really good brand. Her, Abu Nandi Madida, Gail Mabalane.
Simi music?
Yeah. They've got really good brands. And they're not the only. Uzonke is another one.
And on top of
Really
that,
quality brand.
It doesn't mean ukuthi labo sesibabala ukuthi good brand. Mhlambe they've got whole
Simi is a
backgrounds.
Nigerian singer.
No.
No.
SIMMY.
These
Music.
people have whole backgrounds, but they've done well to keep it.
Angithi
contained.
that's the PR.
Yes.
Such that when you date her, people are not, date ex yakune.
Yes.
Udate-
Whereas
Yeah, that's the problem.
Midi could literally only have 3 guys on.
There's
on
probably
her.
women that would never date me for the same reason because of
Yeah,
my brand online.
Yo, and futhi yakho brand.
Aren't you the deadbeat with the many
Yo,
kids?
yo,
and
yo.
so it's like
Yo,
I would
yo,
never
yo,
be with a
yo,
guy
yo,
like
yo.
that.
Well, another would date you.
They would date me. Based on?
Bakamfihla.
I wanna.
No, we're speaking about quality girls now, not random chicks.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that those quality girls would be like, look, I think you're a decent guy, but everywhere we go, people are like, hey, are you also a baby mama? Hey, but your man is a deadbeat. So it's like, you're not.
So you're saying, when I walked up, you guys were saying it's tough for the ex to see the girl.
I'm saying, would you? So I'm saying, would you imagine dating a sister whose ex is like in the public space, like aggressively in your face?
We're speaking about the definition of an ex, and he was saying on that topic, imagine ex yakhe being Umchita was a big soccer star, big DJ, a big what. Everywhere you go, abakuboni, oh my gosh, what is happened to Robert Marawa?
Where's Casper? Makhamba wena naye. Babuza yena ngoCasper.
What's the advice here for young girls? There are young girls that are about to become big stars online, on TV, and we have an opportunity to warn them. Listen, you're about to go Jola and what, and there's going to be an audit trail. So maybe move like this so that you can be as much of a hoe as you want, but maybe don't do sing-along videos with your man. Don't post vacations in Dubai. Don't kiss your man. On Instagram, send your break up next year. And there was that video, Fating Gates, Queen Twerk, with some gent's penis on her face.
Lord.
And she went and got married. Usain Bougie as well. He's got a sex tape. So those things. Prince KB. Huge respect for that gent. Sorry, just as a DJ and a hustler.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm
just saying those become now.
The advice is very simple. Trail. Don't post.
No,
don't post.
I won't say that.
Umuntu wako at
post, yeah.
But they keep it tidy. It's like best jola.
I don't believe in posting your person.
That's fine.
Why not? Why not?
Man. There's certain things.
No Lisa Laurie right now.
Yeah, I'm a poster. I don't believe. I think there are certain things that must just be for you, man. Because once you start opening that gap, people have a right now to come at you.
Dr. Olumide Emmanuel from Nigeria, who's a pastor, speaks about that. That as soon as you post on social media, you are welcoming public opinion. You can't post and be like, no, but this is a private matter. You invited us.
No, I'm not disputing.
No, I'm just saying, I'm going on this thing of you saying once you post,
of course, it's done.
you are asking people. It's like leadership. As soon as I put my hand up to lead, it's like I have now given you permission to swear at me, hold me accountable, whatever. So I'm saying, angeng post umuntu wami because I've not given you permission. I'm not giving you permission. Ukudelela Tina. Senzobe sekuyinina ke going to dig, but this was not from me. Saying, here's my woman who leads.
Look, my thing is, again, it's hard one because where's the line? Whether we're having this podcast, we're opening ourselves to a certain
You're saying this because you post.
No, I do post. Yeah, I can't post.
No, I'm saying this is why you're starting off with being defensive.
Yes, but I'm not because...
defensive. No,
but I've never posted. So I can't post. I don't know if that makes sense.
Go to defensive.
He's not defensive, guy.
I'm not defensive.
Why are you getting touched? Are you okay? What's wrong, bro?
So I come from...
Look, I'm your brother. I'm your brother. You can talk to me.
Should I leave?
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 what?
As Ricky Rick.
Banamacici la. Bafike bayikhunge ecici la. Balengizana.
Epstein. Guys, so I come from a not posting.
Very? Sorry. I'm so... people hate it when I do this. I'm here.
So the advice that I give people is that one, understand Guti, there's your digital footprint. So in every post that you do, whether you're posting your partner, whether you are just you're annoyed and frustrated and you're venting on social media, there's a digital footprint, and Leo into Leo is oglanded. So give me, I'm saying, post any and everything you want to post with that in mind. With that in mind, because I'm not going to be telling people, good man, don't love loud and love publicly. Don't love like this. Don't kiss your partner in. Don't don't do. No, Yanzani, understanding which there'll always be consequences for what you post. You know, and if people can approach it like that, which I've said this to Munu says, what must we post? Anything that your mom will see and she'll be proud of. because there'll be a footprint.
She doesn't have to be proud of it as long as you can stand for
Yeah,
it.
as long as you can stand for whatever, you know. So if you are Faith and that video of a Toli hitting your face, as long as you say Po,
Over what?
Toli,
Toliki.
Toliki, Athoja. If she can say like Mokulo Po manje, here I got to into the money cut when ungena eyakho yini. If she can stand on that,
There's revenge porn. Abomalusi Kikawa.
yes,
Where someone out of hate
yo,
Kim
decides to
Kardashian.
post. And Amachita, normally when their minds crash, they take those videos. Your ex, you've broken up, she broke your heart. She's dating a new guy. She's trying to have this clean image. Would leak this bitch? Sack.
No, but that's,
Mina, I want to dating ya.
it goes back-
you know what?
Number six video.
but it goes back to digital footprint.
Yeah,
You don't do something knowing ukuthi there might be consequences to that action.
Yeah,
Mr. Skalela.
Mina, my thing is, even if you ask people, why do you post? You know, most people don't give you an answer. It has become a culture. It has become a way of living. That
Okay.
I just post for the sake of posting.
I
People don't actually have a valid reason why they actually post. If you really think about it,
they want to share. I would assume many people want to share their experiences.
with people that you don't know.
Well, a lot of them know the people that they post.
No.
We actually have to go into
No,
the
guys.
we actually have to go
But
into
think
the
about it.
psychology.
If you've got
No,
like
guys.
400 followers,
Dude, you probably know 20 from that 400, man.
20 of the
I'm
400.
telling you, Fetu.
Let me get in here. Let me get in here. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm saying we actually need to take a step back. All of us,
Serious, my
all of
friend.
us, including Utebs, I don't post, and you,
Yeah.
and me. We actually need to take a step back at some point and actually just ask our question. I'll ask the simple question.
Okay.
Why am I posting this? To what you're saying about before a woman posts a man or the vacation, if in future you find another man and you marry him, are you going to be comfortable with him seeing this? And if the answer is even now, sure, post. But I'm saying we just need to actually ask ourselves, are we posting because we want validation from the world? Are we posting because I'm actually just trying to love loud? I love my partner. I'm not hiding them.
Yeah.
Are you posting because you want likes? Are you posting because you're trying to get influencer deals with your partner? Why are you posting? And the question also is, what if I don't post? Because that has been my big grapple in the last couple of years with posting my children. When I don't post my children, I become another black father who is not seen loving his kids.
It's fine.
So yeah, that's fine.
But now,
Okay.
But when they do the data, I'm going to speak stats and data. They're going to be like, yeah, but Nabo Penwell don't love their kids. Have you ever seen him with his kids? And I'll be like, I used to post them, but then, and then I have to weigh up.
Safety.
I need to, those are some of the concerns.
Oh, okay.
All I'm saying is you don't post your person.
Safety. Can't you know about when Donald Trump went?
No, I'm not going to extreme. No, Buffett. I'm just saying. You know what's the thing about me? You know the question you asked, ne?
Yeah, you those
Gucci.
people that more posting Ganyako fagi emoji like so.
No one has seen my child, bro. Even on WhatsApp.
You got a child. Congrats, bro.
Oh, Fetu.
Fuck. Hey, again. Ah, one more.
Fuck, guy. No, me, no, it's the safety thing. No, man. Here's what I'm saying is that the safety thing is an add-on. It's probably the last thing. Here's the thing that I always ask. Why should people know about this post? That's the first thing.
Okay.
So the business
That's
things
fair.
that I post
That's a
is
fair thing.
yeah, but okay, I want people to know about the brand, the company, this is what you produce. Then I'm like, okay, sharp. You've achieved it because you want to achieve. There's an end goal that you want customers. I'm like, okay, man, you're posting mail or posting news. Okay, sharp. I don't have a valid answer as to why I post.
Yeah, once you don't have a valid
I don't
answer,
have an
maybe you
answer.
then don't post.
Maybe
I
you have
get
to post.
I get asked that not about pictures and videos, but about tweets. Did you really have to post this?
Yeah.
And many times I ask myself saying, what was I trying to do?
Yeah.
And in the last year or two, I delete posts now. It'll be up for a few hours, I'll take it off. I'm like, you know what?
Yes, why? And I think most before I think most people post because it's culture, but they don't even ask why they're posting. It has become a way
Why
of
they
living.
responding? Why they commenting?
I see that on Twitter a lot with this ndanga. Why did umuntu uyibhale tweet yakhe umsangano?
Yeah.
Ne? Why wena for ungene? Why ungaqhubeki nempilo yakho?
No, but it's what-
young triggerish.
I think that's what we're saying, that he's opened up to the world. Like, that's what we're saying. earlier.
Unfollow Isha and keep it going.
No, they can't do that.
No.
I will not let you say, oh, little primary school girls are nice. Fuck that.
No,
I'm
we're
gonna
not talking
tell
about-
you.
No, we're not talking about illegal things. No,
You see, that's your line. The next person, it's not that. It's
so
morality.
that person is
you're
lighter.
a 40-year-old guy. You like 20-year-old
Yeah.
girls. Someone's like, no, this is inappropriate. I'm gonna comment.
You're going
because that's
illegal,
their
you're going
line.
extreme. I'm just saying, Guti, someone will say, Guti,
You're like, no, just scroll past. No.
I like butter popcorn.
They were-
The thing about butter popcorn, if you actually look at the epistemology of
There
the
were,
word
there, were,
butter,
there, were, there were white people. There were white people scrolling past during apartheid.
no, you're going extreme
racism.
again. No. You're going extreme.
I'm not extreme.
Because we
No,
can
it
go
was-
to some of the
it
tweets
wasn't-
that you
it
comment.
wasn't illegal.
You go into some...
Apartheid wasn't illegal.
Immoral. You go into some... Look at some of the posts that you respond to. Really has no business what you respond
Me?
to. 100%.
I mean, I like it.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. I will take that response.
But I'm explaining that other people same.
I will take that response.
Mina, I like it, and I
take it.
can regulate my emotions. Other people literally take it personally.
I'll
I can't fucking believe that you said this. Oh, Kala, you're from Zimbabwe. You love Ama Zimbabweans. You must go back home. And I'm like,
maybe I can't regulate my emotions. Therefore, I don't respond. I can't. I mean, if I don't like something, I keep it moving because I can't regulate my emotions.
it goes back to the data stuff for me, where there are people that turn a blind eye and keep quiet about things, and there are people that talk. And when the data is collected, they'll say, no, but everyone supports Ramaphosa. 60% of South Africans give him a thumbs up. If you look at this tweet, there are 4,000 likes. I'm like, no. Go into the comments. I said there, fuck this president, and that got 3,000 likes. So don't fucking tell me that everyone likes this. So, but that's the reason I would engage.
I hear that on those things.
But with my children, I was just using that as an example,
Yeah.
comparing it with should you post your partner? For some of us, the question is, should you post your children? The safety concern is very valid, because when you don't post your kids, their safety risk is limited to who can see them.
Okay.
When you post them, you increase the scope of
Now
guys.
they know the school, the uniform.
Well, the people around know.
Yeah.
And anyone who's serious about trafficking will find them. But when you open it up now, some nigger in Ukraine now can see your kid, where your kid was not on anyone's radar except within this. Same with Umcholo. We're not saying don't post your partner, but also mfihle kaya. We're just saying to relevant people, they'll bump into you. But once you post it there, people that hate you in Cape Town, Durban, are now like, is this Penson who used to do this at Rhodes? And you're like, all because you posted your maid. Where you could have been like, actually, why did I post this lady? My last point on this, I've had conversations with my partners on why I don't post them. And I've explained. And I've told them I've got an incredibly thick skin that has been developed over years of shoveling a lot of shit on social media for saying a lot of polarizing things. You don't have that thick skin. You did not ask for this.
Yeah.
In the same way I must protect my kids, I must protect you, because you won't see it now. You'll see it later, the day mhlampe we break up, or when people are not booking you, and you're like, what happened? They're like, no, they were saying apparently you're dating Pen. I mean,
It's going to affect you.
like that. Why would you date that guy? Like, I don't get, like, we thought you were such a nice girl.
Exactly.
So I need to protect you, to be like, listen, build your own brand. Tina, we're doing our thing. It's between me and you. Yes, you're thinking, yeah, Champisa, because now it looks like I'm single online. I understand. And that's the cost. But the reality is, I need to protect you because I care about you. And I know my brand has got a huge negative stint on it. I don't want that to rub off on you.
I mean, I think
You can even lie when we're in public. I saw you at Penn. Oh, that asshole, yeah. We were discussing a podcast. Kanti indoda yakhe.
No, I wasn't posting because I didn't gang. I think maybe that's what. So manje kuyamenije ukuganga masuyiceba.
So you post to control yourself, to
No,
imprison yourself.
I post because I'm proud and happy, and
But,
there's no but.
I thought you were saying it's also to manage.
No, I was saying it before. I need to before ngang. So I'm saying what now that chapter is closed, and I can just carry on living my life.
But it also helps for some people.
To what?
There are women that want their man to post, and maybe men as well, because they're hoping that it will regulate the vultures out there.
That's a weak man.
That's okay.
A man that wants his woman to post is a weak man.
That's your opinion. That's fine. Konum Chida that wants it to be known.
Why can't the man say,
Manhlangana nalo street, nalo
Oh, that's a weak
stratini.
man.
It's whatever.
What makes him weak if he's asking his girl to post?
Hayi wena, uba
opinion,
validation
it's opinion.
wena. Yona nje etang manje tabe
I
weak.
see
Those
your
things.
woman that you always post on IG in the streets.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, where's Musa Mthombeni? Oh, and for anyone who's close to Musa Ntwana, hey, there's a chick that looks like Liesel here. And you're
the
like,
guy.
oh, that's weird. So for some people, because most human beings need to operate within regulation, whether it's the law or the church or the whatever. So this becomes a way to brand.
Can I say this?
That's why we wear wedding rings.
Can I say this to all the? Let me say this to all the ladies. If your nigga says you must post him, that nigga's insecure. You must leave him. That's a child.
Aibo, wena stoicism.
No, it's fine.
Stoicism.
No. If a man,
Stoicism.
out of all the topics in the world, babe,
If a man can't grow a beard, if a man can't grow a beard, he's not a man.
But there's so many things to fix in society.
If a man doesn't know how
that
to...
goes to the woman, babe, I feel so insecure. Can you please post me?
He says, I'm so
Sis,
insecure.
man.
I'll tell you this. There's a lot of women who like, there's a lot of women that like being owned and controlled. Women.
Yes, that's fine.
They feel like you genuinely care.
Yeah.
So when you decide to brand yourself with that woman or brand that woman with you, she feels like you're so proud to be my man. You want it to be known. You're loving out loud.
I must tell
the number of women I've heard applauding AKA with Uzinhle, with
a lot of them.
Nadia, with Bonang. They were like, I love how AKA loves loud. Whereas some of us are like, hey, ukhena mfethu ezinye izinto ngathi angayibeka eceleni ngoba manje ubunozinhle mfethu okuzalela ingane usukhanda iculo for ubonanga gave a song mfethu come on watch how you move other people are like no he's loving loud we love it so if Umchida's like babe
and it's only women who say he's loving loud
some women
it's only women who say that Amachida never say that no?
Like what do you mean?
Gents wouldn't say it but some men do believe in loving loud
okay.
They love their woman
who
being like,
them.
I just want to say thank you to the father of my baby. I love you so much, baby. And Umchida's like, hey,
if it's a speech,
my chick did this thing. I post it. Here he is. Look, have you seen those TikTok videos where like Umchida's coming into the room and the chick is like, look at what happens when I tell him, babe, I didn't cook. And then look at his face. It's like, yo, I love it when he does that. Then the chicks in the comments like, oh, my boyfriend does this all the time. Yeah. They love capturing those moments when he's chilling, watching TV. Babe, when are we going? For what? They love it. So for some women and for some gents, that becomes their young brand. Oh, I love the way my husband does the same. He's always shouting at the kids and like, okay.
No, but you know,
yeah. No, so I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think we also just need to be very cognizant. I'm a relationship about our fun. And here's the thing, because human beings are not the same, you could date Usbongile and have this type of relationship, and then Masu date Unomfundo, have a totally different relationship.
That is true.
All of a sudden now you posting. All of a sudden now you're doing this, because that energy that she brings is very different. And my chapter that I'm at now, I'm like, hey, I'm going to yo. Sexual nje ukuthi ngishama TikTok. Yo. Sexual ukuthi shama TikTok dance. That's the my trend at TikTok.
Actually, you're right.
Sexual
it's the energy that the person brings.
I've realized there are people like that, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
I got knocked in varsity. There was a lady I was dating. I was on that. We don't post each other, and I don't even think posting was cool at those times. After I broke up with her, because I don't do PDA, public displays of affection, holding hands and brush. I don't do that stuff. Mpuma KwaZulu, I may not be Zulu, kodwa ngiphuma KwaZulu. The next girl I dated was very affectionate. She wanted to hold me and put her hand on me. It reminds me of my daughter. My daughter also wanted to raise her to be a soldier, but she was always hugging me. I'm like, So I'm with this new lady in town, and she's on my thing. She's holding me uncomfortably. The ex walks past. She pulls her face. Later on, she was like, oh, it's you, Mr. I don't like PDA. I guess it depends on the woman. And the short answer was, it does. She is living that.
Yeah.
You wanted me to shift myself.
No.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
So similarly, there'll be situations where a woman or an ex will be, oh, I saw you guys went and did this. I saw you were,
Yes.
I'm like, oh, if you want that,
Yeah.
do it. I didn't tell her, babe, make a video and post it.
Yes.
She did it. So now, mangi nawe, make
that.
a video and angaze ngithi no.
Yeah,
But you think I was like, hey, take a video. And then when I'm saying, hey, don't make a video.
Hey.
That was not what happened. Some people are natural.
Lona uzothatha ivideo edit enze collaboration mesethi ujabheka cela ifoni yakho continue check Instagram accept yena usupostile ngapha ngolungena Instagram edit accept.
That's a snake that.
And you're like,
You get rid of that.
I will never get rid of that.
I
will never get rid
Why?
of that.
She didn't ask for consent.
No consent.
That's bullshit.
Uthi uhleli bethi usofa lapha endlini.
Why don't you guys let-
I mean, to be honest, I actually think in the world we're in now, let me show you about posting specifically.
Yeah.
People must ask for permission. You're a woman. Babe, come. You're like, where's this going? No, I just want to. You're like, please don't.
Why ungatshela lo
Why don't
why
you-
ungatshela lo sisi Rose ukuthi ecele ukubamba?
No. I told her. She knew.
But still,
If you ever asked, I think this is where I'm trying to explain.
She was
ukuthi-
constantly breaking consent.
Yes, she was.
Yes.
But she knew where I stood. She was just being herself.
Yes.
I was being myself. And in that period,
there's
it
people.
was just that
There's-
but she was being herself. And Nama had to try. Lomunye, she wasn't being herself. She was
At
like, let's hold hands and take pictures.
That one is
And you're
more
like, no.
dangerous.
Yabona mina
That's not
bethi,
who they
lalela,
are.
Don't do that.
mina ngokuhlala esofeni bethi ngihlale khoneni esofeni ngihlale efonini khona abantu bethu sofa mkhulu abazosuka mabezohlala bafuna ukuhlala phakathi kuwena, which to me is overwhelming because it's my little bubble. You can fight it, bro. Khona sisebanga nendaba.
Kids do that.
Kids do that.
Well, and women.
Yeah, and women.
When they feel safe around
Bro, you can fight
like it when it's
you
kids,
can
not
fight
when
it
it's women.
today, you can fight it tomorrow, you can fight it. The mood is
After
gonna
some time, it's done.
They're gonna break you down, bro. Next thing mfethu usuyavuma ukuthi inzwane zakhe ibandayo sezila ngaphansi kwezinqa zakho yena usungena ejezini lakho nangu nayo keep ikhanda lakhe la. You're like the fuck. So I get it mangafika leyo
bitch nigga.
Hey,
Shut that shit down.
Yo,
don't shut it down.
I said, shut that shit down.
Uphenduka isiyoyo, bro.
No, it's not.
Nigga to
serious.
nigga. Shut that shit down,
Yasimba,
nigga.
bro. Yasimba.
No, it's
Yakazi
not
ukusimba.
Simpleton.
It's
Simpleton.
It's loving. Don't know. Uyathanda.
Ngiyathanda ne.
But if you guys are doing it for yourselves, quality.
Yeah.
When you're performing, there's question marks. Ubuchelile lapho wenza into yakho manje usuzongena ejezini because you're like, babe,
Ngoba khona
look here.
Oh yes.
Usezenza sengathule.
Yeah, I don't like
performer.
No.
That one is, but you know what you say? What you said in the beginning about the posting thing, where sometimes I do feel like you need to post the whole thing of men are painted in a certain way, and those who don't post are actually doing those things.
I don't know if they are.
No, I'm just saying some of them. Let's say some
Yeah,
of them.
some.
Let's say like, hey, we don't see black men playing with their children. How much is that every single day?
Yeah.
Black men. You know?
Some post, some don't post.
Yeah, and then
some
more-
are performative, as Luna
Yes.
was saying. They're only taking the video
Yeah.
so they can post.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess
it's not
that's why I'm
something
like,
serious.
maybe we need to post to show the other side.
What's the other side?
That those black men actually do exist. Because I get they are painted as they're not there, they're not doing these things. I agree, Nyana, with the posting thing in that regard to say we need to show that those men actually do exist. Because unfortunately, we're run by social media, you know, and it sets the tone of what black men
we need
is.
to talk about it. At least they're talking
Yeah.
about it.
Young Todd, so
The
I think
number of outs that I see in my whole life.
yeah.
You know those Chinese shop backpacks that are colorful. The number of gents I've seen in my life everywhere I go, ababambele thing, bambi their daughter, specifically their daughter.
Gang.
Too many.
I saw
No cell phone.
literally today.
No posting. No, but because they're not posted,
Yeah.
they don't exist.
That's what I'm saying.
And
that
that's
I
a
agree-
problem. No, I'm
that's
just
what-
saying
that
we
I-
must talk about it.
so many amazing
that's what
fathers.
I'm saying. That I agree with the posting to that extent that the narrative can only change with us
When
seeing.
people see. Yeah.
And talk about it. The other thing,
sure,
I
sure.
did this 2 years ago where I said,
Posting guns.
we normally, hello Peter, we normally review when we complain. But we need to try, those of us who are intentional and hope that it catches flame. Every time your dad does something cool, every time your husband or your baby daddy does something cool, let it be known. You don't have to post him. You can just be like, oh, I love it the way my husband plays with the kids. Just so that there's digital footprints of no. But if you search, there are many women who are. Thank you so much to my
Have you read some
stepfather
of
for
those-
loving me.
Have you read some of those toxic comments when some sister truly appreciates her partner?
By project.
Like, oh, I love it when my partner plays with the kids.
Oh, he
whatever.
bought me a PS.
Yeah, but-
I'm giggling.
Mesa abantu baba, oh, that's the bare minimum.
A PS, come on.
I mean, I hate
deserve
that
better.
thing.
You deserve more. Obviously, as the dad, he needs to play with his kids. You're looking like you want to just giving appreciation.
projecting.
When usofuna ukuthi kube ekuthengele ikhampani yakwa PS. Be like, no wazi abantu ngempela ikhanda laba lisana.
Yeah.
Funda lamanye
I
alandelayo.
wanted to give my opinion before we get to the next topic of
The X.
About the Exes.
on the X, yeah.
Yeah.
I know there isn't a straight formula,
Yeah.
but I do believe there needs to be some level of criteria where there must be a set amount of time you guys have spent together, in my opinion. I don't think a week just because we agreed with girlfriend and boyfriend makes you an ex. I think there must be a decent amount of time. I just don't know what that is. We can debate it. I think there must be a real affection impact.
I think so.
Like, I really
the
love
emotional
this person.
connect. The emotional connect.
We December, January, and then she went back to. I'm like, please don't count her when you. Yabo must call my body count. Let me not go there.
No, not body count.
No, let me not go there because
Body count
I've got
is
an
a body
opinion on
count.
body counts and one night stands, which is controversial.
Body count, bro. But ngiyakuza.
Anyway, sorry. So there must be
emotional connection.
There must be an emotional connection.
Yeah.
I fundamentally believe, and look, I might change my mind on another day. I fundamentally believe if you've never had sex with this person,
They can be your ex.
I don't think you should count them as an ex.
No,
No, that's okay. That's fine. That's okay. That's all right.
Lapho the guy had his. Is that part of sex?
Yeah, it is bananas.
No, that's oral sex, so it is part of sex.
Yeah, it is part of sex. No. If they've had oral, yeah, they've crossed the line. All I'm saying is, look.
banana.
So I
Remember
had a
that
time,
judge?
right? Judge
Remember that chief judge or was Cape Town?
Mbenenge.
Yeah. Ati, it's a banana. It's just it's something sweet. Growing up, I saw people share banana. I didn't know that a banana means.
No. I didn't watch that court case. I wasn't interested.
Court case there. But anyway, sure.
Look. When I speak about sex as well, so no, let me not go into detail. But anyways, that's for me. Time, emotional impact. For me, I would take out sex. If ever we were to discuss exes with a girl and she's like, oh, that's my ex, and I find out they were together for like 2 months and she never gave it up, I'd be like, umchita's going around. You're busy branding him as your ex, but umchita never got to chow. That's for me.
So
not
are you
fair. That's
including
not fair
sex
play.
as your ex?
I'm including sex.
No, I'm not. I'm saying emotional connection because the problem with emotional connection, even if you didn't have sex, sometimes there's always a bond where you look at a girl and it's like, and now
But owing each other sex doesn't mean you need to have dated.
No, I'm just saying.
There are niggas that are
I'm saying
burning to collect debt.
I'm saying Wuti, they are also within relationships where but the time, the space didn't allow Wuti ngithole ibamage. So
Yeah, but
now
I wouldn't want that guy to tell us that's his ex. I wouldn't want the chick.
I want no. I mean, if
There's a topic we must have on another day.
there's an
on
emotional connection.
Collecting sexual debt,
Yeah,
which is very wrong.
it's very wrong.
It's khona machida mfethu akutsile. Lapho fethi ingane yabantu fethi isi i-predator. Yazi i-predator le yasikwazi ninja.
Yeah, yes, gosh.
Ingane isi-predator isikhuluphela ikolile but intwana like wawushisa kodwa esikoleni. And ngizokushayela net for the hiding.
Yeah.
Wawushisa umbhampela ungitshela ukuthi I don't date guys my age. You guys are immature.
Yeah.
Usuyigorilla manje, uMark Henry. Ngizokushayela lokho ukuthi biatch.
Yes.
Just so that the younger you inside yourself knows. Yeah, but that thing is wrong.
It's wrong.
It's almost a form
Why
of
is it wrong?
revenge. Something.
Yeah, it's almost, yeah.
You must get over it. You missed your window. It's life. You move on. There are many girls. They'll never say it. There are many girls who also are big funa. But because you were dating some girl,
Yeah, the friend.
because they also thought they were better, and maybe you've become better. You're George Clooney now, the black George Clooney, Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen your podcast. Oh, you're killing it. And, oh, your kids are so cute. I'm like, hey, no problem, Ashley. I mean, it's cool to hear from you. We should do coffee sometime. Isn't this Ashley that used to hate black guys? We should do coffee. Oh my gosh, like, were you always this cute at school?
So costly.
But khona sizabakutshela live ukuthi mina nawe sisajole.
Especially,
Bakutshele live.
those are Zulu girls.
Yeah.
The Zulu girl will be like, asikaze sihlukane mina nawe. And I'm like, no, ngishadile. Wena ushadile. Kodwa mina nawe
Sisajole.
asikaze sihlukane mina nawe. Ungashada ke ushada angindaba nomkakho.
Hey, those girls are forceful.
Bakutshela live.
I saw a TikTok. This young girl, she looks like she's in high school. She's like, Nsabi Stembu. I'm like, what? Young, light-skinned Zulu girl. Indaba ngathi ngiyasaba. Indaba Nsabi Stembu. And you're like, this is bad, this.
mean, I've heard so many girls say,
Anyway, a lot of these
girls
girls
will look at you
reply-
and say, Penson, I said, sense share.
yes.
Oh, busy.
Basuke seberithayile kodwa.
Uyidlela uphayi. Uyidlela uphayi onankinga nabo.
Phaya.
Uphaya. Phese manje seniyasaba ke. Ansasisheli.
So you really never macked on me on school. Was I ugly? Kodwa manje una 36 nje besho njalo.
And uwini upishithe.
Dawa.
Mina ngikutshela
The streets are like
mina ngiyambona lo mina ngikutshela ngosiso nje ukukhuluma ngisosisi abancane bano 24. Usise kutshela ukuthi
wena khona usisa abancane bakutshela lokho.
no seni hypothetical.
Oh, hypothetical. That's very important. Because lo sizimela umdiscipline umtshela ngizongitshela abazali bakho.
Eba
Under 24.
Mela umtshela uthi fusak. Mela uqale ngokuthi fusak.
wena
Fusak.
ngade.
So that before she says it to another guy, she thinks, hey, this guy might also say fusak. Like, fusak.
Nonsense.
Senyasaba.
Manyala.
Ngiyasaba nisabele silwane thina. Yo.
No one talks about young girls.
I'm
Young
sorry.
girls.
Young girls are naughty.
You're like, you're young.
sorry.
She's like, young for what? Young for who?
Young girls are
That happened to me at gym. This happened to me at gym. This is the problem about posting. Going back to post. This happened to me at gym. Train.
Hey, now you post for stubbies on gym. You must stop.
That's perfect. The stubbies love
Have you seen
me.
who post on gym?
I love the stubbies.
You know the way
Me
girls
and
post
stubbies.
the way
Only
girls
made
post
by-
half naked.
Yeah.
Veli keke.
Yeah.
Lo mtshela does
Veli
that
keke
like
lam.
vela ipipi.
Keke. Awu.
Veli ngenge.
Veli bele.
Itabane business komo kanje uPenson ubhizi ulift ubhizi ushaya squad. My shy squad edunusa. Isitabane singabe ngifaka ipipi la. Jela. Stop doing it. He's sweating. We are squatting ngenge out. Udunsile. I'm like
Yeah, man.
Yeah, analyzable lo bafu lo.
Yeah, man. That didn't know.
the stubbies.
No, no.
You don't get DMs from the stubbies?
I do get DMs from the stubbies.
Like DMs on Instagram or like
On DMs for me like
who D is not for dick.
dick. What? Dick with ties. Dick money. Dick back.
You want to send a DM?
Lalela. So Jimmy.
Why are you looking at me like, what are you doing? Oh, that's so disgusting.
Lalela. Usisi ukhuluma nami. She looked so young, bro. So young.
Yeah, the other thing of looking young is dangerous.
She looked so I'm like, hey, no, hey. She's like, oh, need compliment him, Nandi. Thank you so much. Hey. How now sis was flirting now. Ngithi mina no sis ngicracked. You're right. Yabona ngithi mina sis you look like you are closer to age of my son than you are to me. Uthi yeah and hey baba ngathi
When's it done?
ngathi
Or
ngiyabonga.
hyperventilate?
Ngathi
Or allegedly, apparently, what you are
no ngaw khona ama camera Jimmy.
What allegedly, apparently?
Hayi, azange allegedly.
Yafika le ntombazane ngathi ayisuka kimi wena.
Ngavele ngathi
He was the hero in the story.
ngavele ngathi
Ngathi hayi, ngaphamisa ngathi sisi ngicela uqhayele kimi.
ngaphuma. Usisi looked like 20, bro.
You know, Buffett, you know what's crazy? You guys go in environments where people share you. Tina manya bashare yazi. I don't
usebenza nosizwe la ushela usizwe.
No, it's also approach. I think mina no Penson. This is bad, by the way. This is
Okay.
something I've heard. It's criticism I've heard from our partners.
Okay.
Mina no Penson come across as available and flirtatious, whereas you probably don't. Now, maudul, hey, Exes unjani? They also get a thumbs up too. So she might come and be like, "Oh my gosh, you look great." Penson might say, "Hey, look, your body's also looking great." She's like, I'm in.
I mean, I think you move. Hey, unaskat.
Yazi ngithemba usizwe.
Allegedly, apparently.
Ngithemba usizwe.
Allegedly, apparently.
I mean, I'm going to share it.
Ngithemba usizwe. I'm married. Kodwa sisi I know.
Why are you pulling that face? Yeah, but they're allegedly, apparently.
You hear this friendliness ukhuluma ngayo.
Angithi wena duthi abantu basaba isithembu. Uthi usisi I know.
Young girls.
Hey, young girls, but
You're young. And she's like, young for what? I'm like, I'm almost 40. She's like, that's not old.
Dude.
I'm like, next thing, Shannon Sharp. Usenjeni.
Shannon Sharp.
He was fired from
He was fired as well.
ESPN after
Why did
paying
they-
$23 million.
To the girl who said allegedly.
Sexual assault, yeah. Why was he fired?
Yes.
Because someone in our WhatsApp group said the paying of the money is almost an admission of guilt.
Yeah.
Why would you pay if you're innocent?
23.
So Kokile,
23.
and we must work with
23 bro.
No thanks.
How much a lawyer fee for you pay 23? Times that by 20.
And you could buy prostitutes for the rest of your life.
$23 million.
It's
Man,
ridiculous.
I wanna that's another thing that amachitang told. If unenyuka and ulandela abantu laba that could be mangakubophiza the next day. I ain't done.
Uzwazi
Go
ngani?
Yeah, that's the thing. And when man go to summit to hlaba umuntu ubuyele endlini.
But you don't want to go to summit. You want to have a girlfriend.
Yeah. And some of these girls are trained. And the thing with this lady, tiwa uthunyiwe vele.
I've had DMs from white girls. Some of them like will send nudes. About what happens to me. I don't know if you've ever watched a Blackish.
Yeah.
There's a Blackish episode where Udre walks into a lift and there's a little white girl and he gets out immediately. And when he gets to, he's like, hey, they almost caught me.
And then another guy comes.
And then another black guy comes, you're like, hey, there was a white girl in the lift. I almost fucking, hey, I got caught. And you're like,
Yeah.
The white guys are like, what the fuck do you mean? That girl was lost. It's like,
Nah.
there's no random pretty white girl that's gonna DM me nudes.
I'm
I'm being baited for Amasimba that I will not play.
You are asking
ever.
a question about one night stands and those type of things. I mean, I don't think I've ever done the naughty with Ubuntu that I don't know their surname, their what. We haven't had at least 100 interactions before. Not ukuthi ungishange DM namhlanje. Sihlangane kwa Airbnb. Senze izinto. Mase never.
Here's another
Never catch me slipping like
tip.
that.
Here's another tip for rich people, successful people, famous politicians, powerful people. In your lack of sexual discipline, try to only have sex with people that have something to lose. Which is probably why sometimes people that are married cheat with other people who are married.
Yeah.
Which is not right, by the way. It's wrong. But
at least you
someone that's got something to lose. She must have a job that's respectable.
Yeah.
Or she comes from a respectable family, so that if ever things go south,
Like the CEO at the Coldplay.
yeah, because the lady was HR and they were both married. Hey, it was such a
But everyone
pop
was
story.
blaming the guy, man. He has the social media. But
It's because he had a senior position, so they assume that he should
It's
do
because he's
better.
a man.
That as well.
Yes,
But I can
was
tell you
about to
now,
say
if she was a CEO and he was HR, the story would have been different. I'm telling you, there's a power play involved somewhere there.
I don't know. Because she's head of HR. It's not just
It's
like
okay, but he's a CEO.
You know.
I'm just saying, if he was head of HR and she was a CEO,
Apparently-
Oprah Winfrey and some guy who's head of HR, like changes the dynamic.
So in the media space that I'm in, there was a WhatsApp circulating. And one of the guys who's also quite senior in his agency, people were spreading rumors saying that he's sleeping with other directors. Ne? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, what's in his WhatsApp? Ningenapi. He's senior, he's sleeping with other seniors. You're not saying that he's a senior guy sleeping with juniors and interns and what. You're saying he's senior, sharp, we know he's senior, sleeping with other seniors. Paul, I don't see a problem, but you want to highlight him. Almost like you're trying to make him a predator, or you're trying to make him something. Because don't you the law, we Coldplay, we are born to mdal, but now sis ugogo. So you can say what's okay, age here.
I mean, the junior senior thing is also debatable, but for another day.
I don't believe in that
shit at all. 25-year-old girl
With the
and a
50-year-old.
45-year-old guy.
Hey, no.
And
I
her
think there's a big
argument
play.
when shit comes out is,
I think there's a play.
what could I have done? He's a senior. And you're like, fuck that.
I think
What if he said eat shit or go jump? You would have said no. So you know how to say no.
yes.
What do
Dude, you must watch that court case. He addresses that very same thing.
Yeah, it's
The
bullshit.
exact same
I will
thing.
never
Look,
buy into that shit. ever.
I agree to an extent. It's the same way that Riley
Man,
said.
it's an age thing.
I hear you.
It has to be an age thing.
I hear you to an extent. Same way with Riley. I see piss coming, I move. She saw piss coming, she stayed. And it's talking
That's
about R.
from
Kelly.
the Boondocks speaking about R. Kelly. And
Talking about
Nuku
R. Kelly.
Riley was saying if he was a girl and he saw someone peeing, he'd move out the way.
move out
So
the way.
clearly these girls
Yes, Guti, there's
wanted
some
it.
sort of, and I agree.
Consent.
I'm saying Guti, ihamba happy pele because there's so many things that I've realized. Let's just take the actual work.
Yeah.
When I was working, there's certain things that I thought were unfair that I let slip in my earlier 20s that I wouldn't have let slip at 30. Forget now. Now they wouldn't even try. So I'm saying, Guti, like, someone is flirting with you. When you're 23, you might take that flirting because it was a teen. Versus when you're 30, you're like, no, don't say that's inappropriate. I'm just saying, Guti,
sex, going to a room, traveling and having sex for me is where I'm like,
I'm saying,
no.
I'm saying there's
Bullshit.
a start. I'm saying there's a start to it. There's a little crack.
There's a
that has
start to
open.
anything.
Yes.
There's a start to
And-
anything. Like you guys don't have to be
and
working in the
it's
same
easy-
company.
it's easier.
You can't always in the streets be like, he must have
I hear you.
psychologically manipulated me because he's
No,
older.
no.
That's bullshit.
I'm not going to that point. I'm just saying, Guti, it's easier for me to get some things with younger girls in their early 20s, then it tends to be with sisters in their 30s. You know, I'm just saying, for whatever reason that may be, you know, the same way that it's easier for me when I've seen like Espanini to get some of the younger intern Amachita to work overtime versus Amachita who are in their 30s. Yeah, so one of the things that I've just seen. So for whatever the reason may be, that's all I'm trying to point out.
Last point. Let me put it this way, just to summarize. I think when you think of an ex, think of it as putting job experience on your CV.
Yeah.
And if you didn't work there for a significant time and you didn't get a decent salary, and you can't call a reference to be like, you know, I dated Utebza. He has an idea of what I'm like as a girlfriend. If you can't say that about the person, for me, that's not an ex.
Mina mangachelu ucholu Kelly Rowland for an hour.
She's your ex.
Forever.
You know when I used to date Kelly Rowland?
You know, me and Kelly
yeah, look, I remember Kelly because when we dated,
she used to cater to me and she used to sing and me claim for the rest of my life.
Stage.
Stay times.
Stembu and men and women are equal. You know Tumu Samselegu?
Yeah.
And I'll add a fictional character, Umpiake Zungu.
Yeah.
In Isbaya.
Isbaya.
And then obviously you've got the ex-president Jacob Zuma. Those are the most popular polygamists I know. There are others, of course. Ubabu Dlamuga, for example. Isencane Lengane, etc.
No Abraham Papelin. No Moses.
Apparently Abraham wasn't a polygamist.
Was he not?
I think Solomon.
I
don't think Abraham.
Moses?
I don't know Moses.
David?
Jollering. I don't know David's jollering.
Those guys were... No, they were polygamists. Bro.
So...
God loves polygamy. Many people in the Bible.
No, God doesn't love polygamy.
He really does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, marriage. 100%.
No.
Not ferb. Not favoring.
No. Even marriage.
Jesus never ever spoke negatively about any polygamist.
But did he have a wife?
We don't know.
We're not aware. There are rumors of him
Rumor.
and Mary Magdalene.
Oh, Mary.
Magdalene, someone else.
Oh, Nelin Taza, Jesus.
She was here.
That's a rumor.
Twerk.
No, man, guys, let's not start.
Oh, sorry.
Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, sorry, I need to plug this episode. It's actually one of my favorite podcast episodes. Yeah, the Honest Bunch is the name of the podcast. It's a Nigerian podcast.
Sure.
And there's a term he uses. I just forget what the term is, but it has to do with when you're reading scripture, regardless of the holy book, even when you're reading history, he says it's very important to focus on the principle because too many people focus on the culture and the way of living of the day. And that takes away from the principle.
Got you.
So similarly, there was a time when his tembu made functional sense.
Okay.
In the same way today, when I come to your house and kono auntie, that's a helper. When I come to your house and there's a tutor that's helping your kids. When I come to your house and there's a gardener, that doesn't mean that your wife has got another husband or there's a plumber in the house. That doesn't mean you've got another woman because there's a helper. It's functional in the day. So someone will say, you guys are servants or slaves. That doesn't make sense. You're like, no, in that day, it made sense. Back then, the reason why a man would have another wife would be functional. And the functionality had a lot to do with the way of living.
Okay.
We didn't have jobs. You didn't go and work for money. You worked the land. You would hunt and forage and farm. And for that, you need labor. Even today. The difference today is that the farmer hires the Zimbabweans and the Malawians to come and farm on the boerdery. Back then, you couldn't do that. Uamkos would have to have lighties.
Okay.
And Uamkos would have to work with Ushabalala, who also has his own kids, to work the land. And in doing that, a woman would have a limited amount of ability to breed kids and to work her own energy. And she would need assistance. And that's why even sometimes sometimes kwakuba umama athi baba yazi khona usise ngimtholile. That's literally like your woman saying, you know, I've found this really amazing helper. She comes highly recommended. She's very good. It's the exact same thing and it's functional.
Sure.
In the modern world now, there's zero reason to have his tembu. And any man that has his tembu is simply greedy. I'll leave it there before I share some of my views.
But weren't they greedy? I get you're saying there was a need at that time that justifies them having his temper. So if his need is damage,
You want to legalize uhlaba mara obale motho.
What do you mean?
Like you want to legalize.
Yes,
having umuntu
I need some people. Everybody will justify how they justify what they justify, and I'm saying, Uti, we've seen in many times married women with kids don't give Bamage as much as when she was younger without kids. So if Umchita still has the same sex drive, then
back in the day, sex was also functional.
No, but I'm talking to you.
It wasn't recreational.
You are saying what we must use the principle.
Yes.
I don't agree with that thing.
The principle is it is a need,
A functional need.
a functional need
For the benefit of the family.
for the benefit of the family. Okay. So in today's time, many men buy favor, tatimalele kaya, buy bottles, buy hose. So what's better for the family is getting a standard sister who can help me, minus potential sickness, drop the financial cost.
I did a lot.
A lot.
A
lot. Angisho ukuthi nibe nama but yo compared to the life that gents live. So to those guys, when they justify it, they'll say it's a functional need.
You support that.
I do support that.
So you support a woman as well.
Who does what?
The same thing.
Yes. If it's a functional, so again, I want to go back to the posting thing. As long as we know there's consequences for everything. Yeah. As long as we both know, man knows, woman knows that there are consequences to both. So there's polygamy in the sense of known there's someone else. I'm not talking about cheating.
So in your opinion, you support polygamy where the guy just has a sex drive that is not satisfied by his wife.
No, it might not just be sex drive. He will justify it how he justifies.
I'm asking you just on this one.
On just the sex. If
Would you find that to be a valid reason to say,
Yeah.
guys, mawuthanda ukushaya izingqa, iba nesithembu?
yes,
You'd support that.
I know guys that are getting bumps from the madam once a month. For whatever their dynamics are.
Yeah.
And you're about to, I was like, hey, it's strong. Mina, I wouldn't be able to. So if that was my case, I'd say no.
And you'd support that.
I would definitely support that.
Do you think that should be vocalized when the families meet? Khulunye ukuthi
Yeah.
ukuthi umama ngathi ngibuye ngimhlukumeze bengicela umunye
Yes.
usisi nje ngoba ebusuku maningi ngibuye ngigodole
100%.
kwaziwe ukuthi
Yeah,
your
again,
woman will also know ukuthi you brought another woman.
I'm not talking about cheating.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to be very clear. So however you justify, and I don't want to get into someone's relationship because our other relationships are different.
Yes.
Hence why I said, would it happen the same with the female if that was the case? And if it's long as something that is spoken, and Uputi, whoever Loputi is agreeing and he's okay with Guti Lusisi has two gents, and who am I? Just because it doesn't apply in my home doesn't mean that I can say it doesn't apply to Mr. X's home. If we're happy now, look, I'll justify it. All right.
Okay.
Good. Even if she says financially, Puti, you're not getting enough money. As Tolomunyu Puti, who can bring in
Minister of Finance.
Minister of Finance. If Lomchitalo is saying tops.
By the way, in the real world, the Minister of Finance is her employer.
Yep.
Yes. So I'm saying, Puti, if I'm talking now in the context of a relationship.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Noted.
I
was making the example
Yes.
of, but when I come home, there's never food and what. It's
Yes.
like, you don't need another wife for that. Get a
Yes.
helper.
Got
So
you.
similarly, she's like, well, you don't bring enough money. You're like, oh, get a better job.
Perfect.
But if the woman is saying, no,
Yes.
ngifuna indoda mhlawumbe because she's like, you don't satisfy me sexually.
Yes,
Ngicela
but
asondele.
we also understand relationship is not limited to sex.
Yeah.
Yabona. So I'm just saying, Uti, if she speaks to this guy and within their relationship, ujola another guy, yabona, and known within their relationship, we don't need to know as the public. Who are we? We yabona, shut up. But as long as bona baz and I'm pro that. I'm pro anything that makes you guys in a relationship happy and is not illegal.
Cassie and Diddy.
Money, those are illegal though.
What did they do that was legal?
What with drugs?
Oh, selling drugs. No problem. Kebza?
Dyson ingane.
No, I want to move.
It's with Dyson ingane. That's why Dyson ingane.
Hoy.
I want to move to the next question.
You don't have an opinion on his temple. I want to hear if you agree with me in what I'm saying. Would it agree?
I'm so pro.
Because you know what you hear from Omnakwethu and stuff. Umchida's like, ngifuna ukwandisa indlu yakababa, uyisibongo sasekhaya. No, kumele ngibe neyingane eningi ngomseleku. You'd have children for a functional reason. Today you have children, but nomseleku. You can't prove that his kids are actually working for him or they're bringing income
but why
into the
even
home.
have one child then?
No, Angiti, that can be another conversation,
Yeah.
which actually was one of my topics here.
Oh, okay.
To say men and women are not having children because children have become worthless. If not
they're
worthless, they become
liabilities now,
liabilities.
these punks.
But
Hey,
it becomes a valid argument. I just wanted to ask on is Tembu.
No,
If
I mean,
you support it.
Namhlanje ngiye McDonald's bro. Ngihamba ne-crash yonke lezi ezinje. You know how expensive McDonald's is mawuhamba ne-crash bro. Because when siwajwayele ukuthi uzoya eMcDonald's uzokhokha u-70 rand. Uyazi mawuhamba nezinja zonke. Inja nenja yakhonkotha. Yey,
When your sons are in therapy in 10, 20 years' time,
Yeah.
these are the clips they're going to play.
izokhokha uba i-therapy bayakhokhela bona.
As long as
what do you call it?
As long as sebekwazile entanyeni,
Bayangikwaza
they don't care.
bazongikhokha imali yami yokuya eMcDonald's.
But say isho ubani izinja?
Yini zinja?
Yakholisa abafana bami ngangidlale. Wawudlala asidlale, wazodlala. Isebenze.
Kwaza ngemforoko.
Bazokufasa nje. But right now inja.
A dessert fork.
Man, I think it's terrible. Yeah, the sex thing, I hear it. But I think for me, it will be for kids.
Do you think there's a valid reason to have his temple today? Because my argument is there isn't anymore.
I don't think... No. I think even marriage as well.
There's no need.
Yeah. I think we've glorified a lot of things because, as I think I said in the other chat about the marriage thing, that you need to go through heavy certain steps before you say, I'm gonna...
Sasa savelelwe le phone. Silent ayakho le phone.
Itime, mfethu. I need to take this
Let's
call.
come back.
No, itime, malam. No, serious.
No, I hear with time. I'm just saying you.
What?
That was why the phone was on loud.
Ngoba ungakwazi kuyifaka silent. Ulwa nje no silent.
Amanya. Timer. Ishmachita ngikhawu.
Ulwa ne silent.
Eish, timer. Sure. Eriki cheat mach perra record.
Ngithi mina Lungelo, the fundamental part of his tip is, for me, what works for your relationship. That's all I'm saying. Hence why people say, what's your belief on marriage? What works for your relationship?
How liberal do you get?
Extremely.
So if the guy wants to get intimate with animals,
No, that's illegal.
so as long as it's legal.
As long as it's legal.
So once they make cheating illegal, you'll also be like, no, it's illegal.
What do you mean?
Therefore, I don't support it.
Yeah. As long as it's no, look, I also work
So
within
a
the realms.
50-year-old guy wants to marry-
I work also within the realms of my own morality.
Which is what I'm basically asking.
Oh,
Because when
okay.
you hide on legal and illegal,
Got you. No. So, okay. So maybe there's things that I deem are immoral, but are not illegal. Cheating to me is immoral,
yes.
but it's not illegal.
Do you support cheating?
No.
Okay.
Ne? Hence why I'm saying, once I feel like there's been a conversation between whoever in a relationship, I don't feel like it's cheating. I don't believe
If you
it's
get
cheating.
consent,
Yes.
it can't be cheating if you get
I don't think it's
consent.
cheating. Because usisi ushilo wathi, hey booty, you never at home, you're always traveling for work, la. There's a guy next door, Yamazu, John, and I say tops.
If your partner ever says, whatever you do on the outside, I don't want to know about it,
Yeah.
is that consent to cheating? Please just don't get me sick. Please don't fall pregnant or get the person pregnant. But I just don't want to know about it.
Kushuti, she's leaning towards things about sex most. Mighty, don't get me sick, don't get people pregnant.
She's basically saying, Fitz, look, I know men. I know what men do. I know you guys are. She's saying
it's
to
still
you,
cheating.
whatever happens,
It's
I just don't want to know about it.
It's still cheating because she still thinks whatever you may do is wrong. You may do it, but she still thinks
Do you
it's
reckon
wrong.
there's women who think it's fine for you to go and cheat or sleep with other people? Even if she says it, you really believe she thinks it's fine? No. She may just be accepting the reality and vocalizing.
Yeah, well, look, you're accepting it. It's like at work when people complain at work, but you accepted the job.
You don't think when a woman says, I just don't want to know about it, that's her giving you a thumbs up to say, listen, just protect me as best as you can, but I won't get angry like that if it happens.
That's great. That's great. Because I think lo muntu is still saying lento ozoyenza potentially wrong. And if you do something that's wrong, don't let me know. I want her saying, when you do go and cheat, just don't get me sick or get anyone pregnant. That to me is more of permission than the first one.
Utebza spoke about he doesn't even think marriage is relevant. Never mind his term, because his term
Yeah.
was the marriage of more than one person.
Sizzy. Yeah.
Do you see value in marriage? Do you think marriage is outdated? Because if the answer is no, then I guess that we're only focused in on cheating, and his term will also then doesn't even become a conversation.
I think marriage is incredibly important to those who are religious and those who are traditionalist,
What's the importance?
because it aligns with their religious beliefs.
That's all.
Yeah. If you are Catholic or Christian, then that's extremely important.
So the
To
only
me,
the
it
only
doesn't mean
relevance is
anything.
ticking a box
Yeah.
linked to your belief, not
Yes.
because there's a functional relevance.
Or do I think there's no, personally, okay, so to the people who are traditionalist and religious, they will tell you their functional beliefs.
Do
with
you
that.
think there is one
No, I don't think marriage is at all.
for them?
No, that's why I'm
They're
not
doing it
religious.
just
or
to
tr-
tick a box.
I think it is. But obviously, if you speak to people who are very religious, they'll tell
Maybe
you.
they'll explain.
They'll explain it from their point. Or Muntu who is traditionalist, because I don't think there's a purpose of marriage. Especially in today's time, the marriage that we see, abantu beqambelana amanga, ngama-vows, through sickness and through one, through riches to poor. The guy loses a job, loses the wife. The guy gets sick, loses the wife. The wife gets fat. The husband steps out. No.
Do you think we should be as a society moving towards removing marriage and just focusing on committing in umjolo for the health of couples and society?
I think a lot of people still want some sort of formal commitment. I think they still say marriage is that because of the difficulty of ukphuma out of that agreement. So it's almost like you've locked yourself in. Versus umjolo, where it's a lot easier to get out. So I think people still want some sort of, I've now finished my probation, being umjolo, and now I'm a full-time employee. So you can't just get rid of me.
You believe in that as well? You believe society
Me?
needs that? That's what I'm asking you.
No,
We're sitting around the table.
I do believe that society needs that. I don't need that, but I think society needs that.
Marriage,
Yes.
not formalized in Jordan. By
No,
formalized,
they-
I mean we take it out of religion, we take it out of culture, and we're just saying, once you guys want to, let's say, move in together,
Yeah.
you have to go to this place and you have to sign a document saying,
Yes, that
we will move in together,
whatever that is. I mean, I want
including
to,
having a child, by the way. That could
yes,
also be a form of
you
formalized.
see all of that? I believe that society needs that. I believe that society needs to get parented, because as it is now, it's a dog show. I think left alone, society is getting worse. I think the way that majority of people are living we're not getting to the promised land the way people are living. Masingaya manje to grooving, masingaya manje to amares. It's either you're sitting at home lonely, depressed, noma we all drown in alcohol, noma you are just getting a bum just for that emotional connection or physical connection. So it's very rare where you're seeing people on a Friday doing what I deem is like wholesome things. You know, wholesome things are maybe singing in a choir, going to paint, something that you're like, okay, there's growth here, practicing the guitar. In Dejan, it's either people are lost at home alone in their flat around with plants, TikTok so for hours, mindless scrolling. Noma use Gomorrah. That's it. That's what I'm seeing. And it's so sad. I'm saying, we need to fix that somehow.
Is there still a use for having children in society?
No. Why are you having children?
No, I can give you an answer, but maybe I can try answer for society.
No. Not in 2025.
So the one major reason to have children is to keep the human race alive, almost like endangered species. Why are the pandas not fucking?
Look, I think with 8 billion human beings, there's enough for the next 100 years. There's
So
enough.
it'll only be later where people then must start making babies.
Yeah, maybe in 200 years from now. There's no need for people to have kids to drive a certain purpose, because they don't see an emotional need. The same way that there's no need for people to learn how to swim, to learn how to drive,
To date?
to learn how to date in today's
Not
time.
even to learn, just to date. Is
Good
there a
manje-
need to date?
Good manje abantu bayayibulala ngoba depressed. And abantu
No, but
abaneyingane.
you could be depressed for many things. Job, no income, there's many things that trigger depression. It could be childhood traumas.
But the second is dating. All those things become amplified. So if you're broke, It's one thing to be broke alone, because then you can have noodles, ulali. But to be broke and then have a partner where you feel some sense of responsibility towards,
And that you're failing.
and you have kids or a child that you feel some responsibility towards. But if I'm just having my noodles, who cares? They've switched off the electricity because I haven't paid the bill. They've cut off my cell phone, whatnot, because I haven't paid. But one, it's fine. So shy peanut butter sing on lal. But the moment there's kids and a partner, that adds on my, they had a stats in America and they were talking about suicide. And they were saying, the majority of suicide is not single men. It's not single men. It's people who have responsibility. When they feel overwhelmed, they can't handle that responsibility. Whether you look at Uriki Rick in South Africa, or you look at DJ Switch, what is he in America? DJ Switch.
think it was
Twitch.
Yeah.
A lot of the stories that come up.
He used to work with Ellen DeGeneres.
Yes, a lot of the stories that come up is family men. Family men who fall under this thing because of the pressure, I believe. Because now we won. I know me and you, we can live off his Cinquest Brown.
Who are the guys that took their lives here? Ricky Rick had a family. WHP, I think, had a family.
Yeah, I think he
Who
had a
else?
family. Public people.
That took their lives. Sis, any other public guys that took their lives in this country?
Public.
There must be others, man.
I mean, I know 4 guys in my personal life that took their lives, and all of them have kids and had a partner. So you're like, yo. I mean, I personally, I don't know a single person who's taken their life, because I just feel like people who are single and live alone have hope, bro.
They have hope.
They feel like, okay, it's like a hero movie where they feel like this is the base of the mountain and I'm climbing, that Hercules feeling. But if you've got like a wife and a child, you don't have that same feeling, because you're constantly under pressure to perform.
Patrick Shy as well. Probably had a family. As an actor. Older actor. Okay, sorry. So we're at a conference. You're being asked, Penson, look, we need your views, for the benefit of young men. They want to listen to you.
Yeah.
And they need your advice.
Yeah.
They want to know if they should be having children,
Kids.
yes or no.
Me, I want to have kids because I love kids and I think kids bring out a certain part of you. But if I think as a greater society, I'll tell everybody that I know, have kids. But as a greater society with AI, with the experience, when you complain and you suffer foot, no shy school, okay, sure, then don't have kids.
This is for high school boys. Tell them, guys, please don't have children.
No, I would never say don't have. I would say have children. The problem is that I'm not in the business of trying to convince people to have children.
Yes, but you're being asked. And
I'd say have children.
They're putting you on a
I'd say-
platform.
I'd say-
Why? They're asking why.
Because having children is one of the most beautiful experiences of my life.
But you just spoke about the pressure and the responsibilities. We have high unemployment. We know.
What if those boys are
it's
weak?
It's like driving. There's so much pressure when you drive because you can have an accident. You could die on the road. But there's a freedom and a liberation that you get from driving, or working. The time you start earning a salary, there's so much pressure in working. It would be so much better if you just slept back in your parents' home. From them TV. That's best. Okay, sharp. But there's a freedom and liberation. There's a sense of pride that you get from this. So that's what I'm trying to say. And if that's not something that you want and yearn for, then don't get a job. Don't learn how to drive. Don't have kids. Nothing wrong with that.
Debza, you were speaking about his tembo. Sorry. I don't know if you want to add something to this before you speak about his tembo. And
Thank you so much.
you were saying you don't even think there's a need for marriage.
I think certain individuals. I'm gonna be in trouble for this. I think only a certain group of people should get married.
Who's that group?
Oh, Debs. Oh, no, man, I mean, kake. That's why you're asking me this thing. I can see your face. So I think that. Well, doesn't matter, man. Let's go. I think that our generation, I would even think about our mothers. I'm not sure. They were not groomed for marriage. Mm-hmm. They did it because it's what society does. Mm-hmm. It's what people do. Mm-hmm. You assimilate to what you see in society. Mm-hmm. So I think that the person that is gonna get married now, I think there need to be heavy steps for you to go into it.
But what's the
knowing
purpose?
what I know now?
But what's the purpose? Why would you even go through those heavy steps? What's the advantage at the end?
let me answer it in reverse. Nyana. The thing we should be asking is, what is the one thing or two things that can only be done in marriage?
What is the answer from you?
Family exception. Like the family, your in-laws accepting you and taking you serious.
You call it exception.
Was that the wrong word, man? That's the wrong word. Acceptance, sorry. I think that is the one thing that
there are families that won't accept you until you're married.
Yeah.
In your opinion.
In what I've seen, they don't take you serious. But also accepting to anane.
Is that not just legacy? Maybe we can get to a point where families can accept you if they just see you stepping up for their child. You don't necessarily have to marry.
No, never. No. I mean, I wonder what you're saying. I agree fully with Lungan.
Oh, no.
100% legacy.
Okay, sharp down. No.
So you pay for their daughter's varsity fees, you buy a car, you buy the family cows.
Sure.
You're telling me even with that, it's like, since you're not married, shame.
Because
okay, no, yeah, I hear
the
you.
other daughters could be married to loser talalas.
Okay, but
Losers. When you come in as a boyfriend, but you know, action. Problem solver for the family.
But we'll take the legacy. So family acceptance is the one.
Okay, acceptance. Yeah, let's add that legacy. And I'm trying to figure out what is the other thing that can only be done in marriage.
One of the biggest
kids.
But you can still have kids outside of marriage.
Yeah.
But again, we're talking about legacy. You can still get accepted by the family.
But the kids won't be accepted. Okay.
Yes,
I get you.
So it's family.
So the biggest shift that happened, and most people don't get it.
Yeah.
And when you speak to women, it's like they switch off their brains at this point, where you tell them everything that I needed marriage for to get from you, you guys give it to us for free now.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense why I would ever marry you. She's like, you can't say that. I'm like, but that's a real thing.
They will give you everything on day one.
So similarly, if women,
you need to see certain traits with that person for you to want to marry them, though.
No, that's okay. My point is, you couldn't get it. You couldn't get sex. You couldn't get kids. You couldn't live together.
Yeah.
Unless you married. That was a societal thing. You would even get fined.
Yeah.
But today we can have all of that.
That's what I'm saying.
And when you say that to women, they get upset.
Yeah.
Day one.
But going back to the legacy thing, because that's you know me, that's the thing that I believe in. Like, my existence is to make sure that the kids have got something beyond my existence. So but the other thing then is, you must be in a family that actually believes in it. They practice it, and they speak about it. I think one of the issues that right now about why marriages sometimes are falling apart is the fact that there is no elder that is guiding you guys. You see, once it's only the two of you and you guys only account to each other, it's pop. You need an elder, and I think most black families just want people just to get married, but they never want to guide.
I did a
these
little
kids.
video and talking about how the generation above us fucked everything up.
Yeah.
And we can justify it, and we can give them reasons and excuses, because you said our generation wasn't trained, and then you said, I also think the generation above us. Yeah. And I think the generation above us is the weakest form of parenting ever, because they have so many expectations without having planted the seed.
They didn't plant the seed.
Yeah, but so now all of a sudden they say, "How manje when I was cleansing komo,
you didn't teach me."
Awazi ukhuluma
isiZulu manje uzoyilobola ngani ngizoyilobola ngani phela asikho inkomo esibayeni awunasibaya wensha. You know, they I've heard women say to their daughters, "Awukwazi ukwenza istamp, awukwazi ukwenza ujeqe."
Yeah.
Awuzazi ithakazelo zakini. Who the fuck was meant to teach me all this shit?
Yeah.
You know, so you got all these expectations, yet no fucking investment put in. So give me, when people talk about the legacy, the not accepting, the I just go, big fuck you.
Yeah, you didn't teach.
You as you're saying, Muti, you need a family that believes in that.
One.
Where most of that generation doesn't believe in that. You know, they don't at all.
Yeah.
At all believe in that. Now all of a sudden they practice ngami. Yeah, we practice ngami. Sorry. We practice ngami.
You know what you're saying?
All of a sudden that father doesn't have cows. He doesn't have cows. Manje ufuna ukuthi ebe neinkomo ngami.
Through you. Yeah.
Ngami uzoba neinkomo through me. Yena kanazo zakhe.
Yeah.
Yena, he doesn't have his own traditional watwati. He's got none of that thing, but he wants it through me. That's weak. No, I don't subscribe to a person that does that. It's minus. Thatha ingane yakho ngifake egogogweni lami.
You know, I remember
Sebenzi.
when I was still there, I forgot the age. I don't know who passed away in the family. And Angela is like, 8 years ago, read in the messages on the flowers. They're all written in Setswana. I couldn't read Setswana fluently at that time. Who did they say I could read? No, Marangil, you guys didn't teach me Setswana. I don't know. He looked at me. So I was like, you can read it. I'm like, no, I can't. It's like, okay, sharp, I'll find someone else.
Sure. And they get angry.
He got angry.
And you get embarrassed and ashamed of all these things.
Like, I'm not pretending him because you didn't teach me this thing.
Would you like your children to get married?
You know what? I was so crazy about that question. When I was driving out from Naganyotini, I'm like, what is the one thing that is coming to me naturally that I want to teach in Ngosiam? And marriage was not one of them. The first thing was in you. That is my number one thing. I'm just
Daughter, son, doesn't matter. They must learn how to make money.
yeah. That's the and I was asking myself, why isn't marriage in my top 2? And I couldn't answer until I came back in Kao. Like
You know, one of the wildest things so every now and then I do this exercise in my notes because I have a dream of either building a school or changing the curriculum because it's fucked.
yeah.
And today, while I was reviewing that note, I was like, we're trying to fix family problems, community problems, etc. And I want to teach kids these skills: farming, military training, plumbing, all these. Then you get to, in the real world today, the one thing that can help you solve problems the easiest is making money. And yet nowhere in schools are children being taught how to make money. You've got a doctor who's been at school for 18 years, protesting, begging for a job. But they've got a skill that is in demand. They're not creating a virtual practice. They're not practicing from home. They're not selling sick notes. They're not trying to get some license so they can sell meds. They do not know how to make money. And it's the one skill that can change everyone's life.
Exactly.
To be like, this is the thing. Eli Langer, Kosher Money. There's a nice video on there where he speaks about ways to make money from the Jewish community. And one of them is learn how to sell. He says, when you learn how to sell, it's like all the people I've spoken to. Selling jumps all the qualifications you can think
Everything.
Because if you can sell, you can make money, which is what all these qualifications are meant to get you. And the better you are at selling, the more money you make. And no one is teaching kids how to make money. Where ingane zesikele, ingane zodlala, mela esikolweni, mela thola umatric, uzophila kanjani le? You're like, indaba ufuna phila. Phela mela khanda imali. Then why singamfundisi ukhanda imali? Asemfundisi ukhanda imali.
That's the point.
Ukhanda imali. No, yinazi. Well, we've got a spelling test on. No. Let me show you how to make money. You sell. Yabo lento le, someone sold it.
Done.
Yabo look, someone sold it. This, sell. These are the platforms for selling. These are the places to buy supply.
Done.
Sell. Once you know how to sell, you can go become a genius or a sports star. But I left you with this one thing to say, of all the problems you have in the world, at least you know how to make money and then pay for the people to come and solve.
That's why
these
I'm very
problems.
toxic when it comes to the schooling system and my views on it. You know this, the past 2 weeks, I've had people our age who are parents. They're like, umntwana ngifuna yofunda abe a doctor. I'm like, in 2025, you still believe the schooling system is going to solve the problem? I'm like, Nina, you are delusional. And I stopped myself from that chat because I realized, hey, now sometimes I pull because I'm like, I get too passionate because I'm like, that's stupid. That makes no sense.
I mean, I don't think it's stupid. And I like the school system, but I do agree that it's fucked.
Yeah.
My biggest problem that I have with the school system is how they promote you every year.
Okay, explain.
I struggle with half the subjects and then I get promoted. School teaches you that next year is going to be better than this year. Okay. So I'm in grade 8 this year. I'm going to be in a better, higher position next year, grade 9. Regardless, even if I'm shit, whatever, I'm going to be in a better, higher space, And then I keep going and I become more, and there's some sort of social hierarchy within the school system. Me, who's wearing the matric jacket, even if I'm getting 30% across, I'm more important than the person who is in grade 9, even if they're getting 70s across the board. You understand where I'm trying to get? I don't like what that does to the psyche of a human being, thinking next year is going to be better than this year. even though I've put in the bare minimum. Whereas in the real world, if you're 31 and you're putting the bare minimum in life, next year will be worse than this year.
There's a TED talk by Sal Khan of
Yeah.
the Khan Academy on mastery. And he speaks about exactly this, trying to build a house where when the foundation is at 60% solid, you're like, oh, that's a pass.
Good enough.
Put
on.
62% solid. Begi roof.
So
The roof is at 52%. You're like, oh, this is a pass. Build moves and get it.
So yes, it's so if you look at that, it's like driving a car. Like you only know 20% of okay 53 good enough. You only know okay sharp good enough as the, and I think that people take that mindset into the world, and then a lot of people that study and end up getting masters and PhDs, they fall into that trap and then they become scared of getting out into the real world. Because Bona, they're like, hey, let me get an undergrad. Oh, what's the next evolution? Oh, let me get an honors degree. What's the next evolution? Let me get masters. What's the next one? Let me get a PhD. What's the next one? Let me get another PhD. And then they fall into that cycle instead of actually coming out into the real world. Because in the real world, the only measure of success is success.
Yeah.
Next year means fuck all. Next year could be 10 times worse. 2026 is my year. Based on what? If you're not putting in but at high school or at primary school or the schooling system, that's what you get taught. Yeah, one good developing so grade 7 in high school, but cheat as taking best fresh. Ayikho the next year. Uhlele ku back room kama wakho.
No.
Udlisingwa neti ekseni ama wakho next year. Mhlawumbe ulethi west ngakuxosha. Hlala ngaphansi kwebridge. Awuna span on next. Awuna ngisho 20 rand boy. Next.
Can I read this tweet? I know we once laughed about it on a podcast, which was inappropriate and it was wrong.
Who
Not
laughed?
To highlight this.
Who laughed?
Me and Penson.
Okay,
No,
cool.
please don't add me. I don't
God.
laugh.
But
I was not part of
I
this.
need to add it because, you know, some of these things
Don't laugh now, Penson.
I don't laugh at
some of these things we shy away from. And when we shy away from them, we become complicit in what happens to society. You're like, but kodwa nasho bafethu. Nayekelana afethu asingafuni ukufenda abantu.
Okay.
And you're like, maybe offend them, be the person who gets crucified, Jesus Christ. But at least we've got it on record that lo mchita wake washo uthi kodwa bafethu ngathi sinenkinga la.
Okay.
I wrote a tweet on the 24th of July. As I read this today on the 1st of August.
Yeah.
It's almost at 290,000 views
nice.
with over 500 retweets and 2,900 likes. I mentioned people's names. This is where it becomes a problem, but I'm going to stand on it. I'll get crucified.
I think I know. I was there. We were in
On
there.
that day.
Yeah.
We were speaking about specifically the things that got them there.
Okay, sure.
That's not me.
Dr. Sizwe Mpofu Walsh, Dr. Musi Maimani. Do you think sometimes uzuma? Wait, do you think sometimes uzuma? Mayibona abantu bequalify uyahleka. Mayibona begraduate UKZN begida. Uzuma uvela ababuke athi awubabheke labo. Do you think that happens sometimes?
Yeah, because he knows the truth.
And some of these entrepreneurs ababehaza isigela just looking saying awubheke. Kusasa uzobe zongicela ispani. Yefona manje mfethu angizame ngazi unenyuke and you're like manje masters nyana. Hayi ngiyakhumbula nga drop out the grade 11 Caspanyo Vest.
And I told this is
So
where,
it's fun.
and I just said this is where I'm toxic. Because right now you're gonna read something that we are all agree with.
I'm saying, but I'm gonna say it. This is important, Debs.
Okay, cool. Sure.
No, not for. I'm gonna qualify.
Okay.
Dr. Sizwe Mpofu Walsh, Dr. Musi Maimani, new PhD.
Yeah.
Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, Dr. Malusi Kikaba, also new PhD. I say I applaud these men and others on their academic achievements. Full stop. And I want to highlight this again. There's an academic game, and there are people that are really good at it, and they go all the way to PhD, and that is a skill.
It is.
You know how to be disciplined. You know how to apply yourself, especially for some of these guys. They have families, bashadile, banespan, but they still.
Oh, I'm not laughing at their PhDs. I want to be very honest. Go to the bango doctor.
You're remembering that moment.
I'm remembering that moment.
Because we are laughing at what they got PhDs in.
I remember that.
Because that's the other thing we also need to be honest
I
about.
remember that
I'm a
moment.
free zone. I mean, really. Okay, sorry.
Because having a PhD is like someone who's got like, I don't know, chimile with big coughs. Like, it's well done to the time you've put into that.
Yeah.
And there's
Which is a serious
spaces
thing.
where that will be, it will get respect in certain
Many
pockets.
spaces, if not most of society.
Yeah, But
Getting a
there's-
PhD in almost all of society is a big deal.
yes, and there's also many places where it won't open doors.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, one. So again,
Now, Ramaphosa as a president, he couldn't sit with Trump until he had Rupert, who's a varsity dropout. He's a varsity
Yeah,
dropout,
so again, having a qualification demands respect in spaces that it demands respect.
yeah, because in the academic game,
yes.
it's like YouTube.
No,
If you've got a lot of subscribers on YouTube, you're killing it on YouTube, even if you don't have money.
If I had a chance, I'd also be Dr. Penson Mlotshwa. Because I know that will also open certain doors in certain spaces.
Yeah.
The same way that if I had a choice, I'd have a Ferrari because that might open certain doors
100%,
in certain spaces. So I'm not
So
underplaying
I say
that.
I applaud these men and others. There are many people with PhDs on their academic achievements. And I say full stop. I know many people were like, that's not really a full stop. It's okay. But I was mentioning them as examples because they are amongst the most popular PhDs, doctors in South Africa currently. And it was because Umusi Maimane and Umalusi Kikaba had just gotten their doctorates, which is applaudable. Then I go on to say, I'm personally disappointed that we are seeing more and more doctorates that don't seem to translate to a real impact in society. People get their PhDs, but we do not see real projects on the ground linked to their studies. We don't see businesses that have been founded off the back of their theses or their dissertations. We don't see their works uplifting the poor or fixing governance or lowering inequality, etc. Doctorates seem to be a luxury item, but not practical tools to effect change. It's even worse for politicians, specifically Musi Maimane, Malusi Kikaba, because they could do much more if they were volunteering, doing community service on the ground as a politician, than spending that time that they have researching
And studying.
academic documents.
I think a lot
almost
of
done.
people. Oh, okay, sorry.
Once I finish,
Yes, please.
I acknowledge, yes, I am hating. Yes, I have no fancy postgraduate qualification. This is me saying, yeah, it's because I own a PhD. Yes, 100% correct. And then I say, yes, like Utebs, I have deep issues with the schooling system as a whole. But in closing, what's the point of educational institutions and endless qualifications if they are not solving real problems?
I think a lot of people, when it comes to furthering your studies, have no idea or have they clueless in the sense of what you can actually do your master's thesis or whatever the case may be on nothing. You can literally. We were at a graduation last week and we're listening to people who are getting their masters and PhD in the color coordination of a bottle cap. Like literally things that you like, this is a pointless degree. Because every time people hear doctor, I think they quickly go, well, most medicine, but then you will think of Undlozi or you'll think of Kikaba and you'll think of something politics and Kanti, this guy could have gotten a PhD in second language Zulu speakers that go to private school Joburg within the Houghton region from grade 1 to grade 2. He could literally do a whole PhD on that. That has no bearing on anything, really, in the greater scheme of anything. And you see so many people having those type of further qualifications, and you're like, really?
Mara, to be fair though,
Let me read this quickly. Sorry. These are just highlights, and I'm not even sure what they stand for. But Malisu Kikaba got his PhD from UJ. It says that his thesis looked at the role of state-owned enterprises, particularly Eskom and Transnet, in achieving, I'd have to read further, I'm not going to click on it. And then Dr. Musi Maimane's thesis explored his personal journey from Soweto to leadership, emphasizing how education and authenticity inspired societal, and then it goes on. I'm just not going
When's
to
the
go into it.
autobiography? What's the doctorate?
When you're not Dr. Chan, who talked about Dr. Malinga when? When you Dr. Hader,
Autobiography, what is the doctorate?
you're Dr. Hader is who you are. Dr. Kwala.
you shouldn't have read that one.
No, it's important because he was making a point. He was saying,
yeah, Kikaba makes sense.
because you are a politician, we assume that your doctorate, at least your doctorate is in a futuristic constitution for South Africa. Maybe. You are Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, your doctorate is in Pan-Africanism and the removal of borders, of which his isn't about that. It's about the struggle in the Vaal region for young people. Dr. Sizwe Mpofu Walsh, for example, has got a father who's a lawyer, has got a mother who was a lecturer. I'm not sure what discipline she was in. So the assumption would be something in law. Maybe we should incorporate African law or something. But it was in nuclear-free zone. The politics of nuclear-free zone. So some of us out there, the haters, to not Dr. Mona.
Dr. Mona.
The question is, we see your thesis, we see your dissertation. Congrats, academically. Yeah. We see your podcast. Hey, Debs has got a new podcast. Hey, Ntwana.
Sure.
What's the podcast about? It's about Ntwana zenyaupe ne disc abalithandayo ethembisa. Or you're resolving inyaupe.
No.
Or you're doing something for a disc.
No.
It's just the structural dynamics of inyaupe nokudlala disc. Ukuthi say when you high, ngathi uba creative and you're like, so this is not going to shift society and it's not going to be applied anywhere.
No.
And you're not going to. But sikushayela izandla ngoba usu doctor, you get invited to come and give lectures and mangicheck ispan sakho, we're podcasting together. When we're going for speeches, Casper Nyovest, the dropout, is there. Dr. Johan Rupert sponsored it and he's a varsity dropout. So from a real life perspective, academics achievements seem to not have a direct link. Bill Gates drop out, Mark Zuckerberg drop out, Jacob Zuma. So for kids, this is why this is important. For kids out there, they need to understand that, look, education is a key, a very important key to many things.
Yeah.
But do not make the mistake of assuming that the more schooling qualifications you get, it has a direct impact to material success and problem-solving ability in real life.
I was saying with having these PhDs, some of them, it's just like having big cars, bro. Like, they're nonsensical. Like, if you sat at the graduation last week and you were listening to some of these things, you're like, where would you apply the skill?
But as well, though, to be fair, though, Bafendi, these people didn't say they want to solve societal issues.
No. I'll exclude Dr. Sizwe Mpofu-Walsh, specifically him, with his PhD from Oxford.
Okay, sure.
Malusi Kigaba, Musi Maiman, and Mbuyiseni Ndlozi chose to get into leadership of the people. And our understanding, because a lot of them get their qualifications because there's bursaries and there's funding at parliament level to study further, and it's encouraged. By the way, I think the EFF has spoken about it. Just now, Tambo, about Julius Malema. So the assumption is you're using taxpayers' money, you're using taxpayers' platform. But Mausubuyile, Robert Mugabe,
and
buyuzosifundisa mfethu. Wathatha imali yethu waye France, wathatha imali yethu waye China. Hey, what's happening? No, we were watching TV games in China. How? So I think for them, and not look, they didn't say I'm doing a PhD to serve, but the assumption for the common man is Debza njoba uma wakho ethandaza njoba uba wakho mfethu eshama loan uyosigeleza. Kanti wena wayosigelezisa ukuthi nje uhlaba izingane zongamla and you pop champagne with private school kids. Thina sasithi uyosigeleza ukuzosiza. But I never said when I left here it's to fix the community, and you're like, yo, entwana siyaxolisa, we really thought njoba the whole family babeloke bethi nyamona uTebogo uyafunda e-university. Useteflweb, usene-masters. Sonke sishaya izandla. Mase sibuza uTebza makuhlangana umndeni uyafika mhlawumbe with his nice car because he's a lecturer now at Vista what. And then i-uncle leli elaqeda u-grade 9 and then lahamba layo bayiplama selinebhakhi nyana, he's the one ufika wavusa ithenda uyena othenga iy'nkomo. Uyafika, hey bele uTebza ufundile, ingqondo lomfana lo. But you're like, but us, we don't see fuck all here. Yeah. All we see is arrogance and big English and using didactical, symmetrically opposed. And you're like, but how's that fixing? Or better busy falling pregnant.
Yeah.
So we need to have that conversation so that people that are serious about solving problems and fixing life materially say, look, I'm going to study up to here to get in here, and I'll only study further if now YouTube says, Pen, we're not paying you guys anymore until you get your master's. And you're like, fuck. Okay, I'm going to go and study to access.
It becomes a key.
It becomes a key to something tangible.
Got you.
Okay. Damn.
Penny, last topic.
You need to, yeah, 7 and it's got up us now.
Yeah, I'll give you guys a little bit of my extra time. I'm giving you guys my Sunday for free. We are the people that build this economy. And I'm giving you my Sundays for free. Do you know how much I cost per hour? Hey. At the time, I thought it was jokes till I found out the company he was running. I was like,
some legends.
Men and women are equal. Hey, sorry, before we carry on. So I don't know what the name of, I think the channel is Jubilee.
Jubilee?
They've had Candace Owens, Jordan Peterson, a couple of other people that sit around with woke college students. to
Yes.
debate. The number of DMs I've gotten from people saying, Penson, please, bro.
Do Jubilee.
There's young kids that want to fucking debate you. I'm like, nakadang debate I want to come and debate you. The topic is Penol is God. Who the fuck do you think you are? And wait, so you created life. Kill me now.
How are you gonna debate with someone all they know university?
But that's the thing about Jubilee. The last one I watched.
I'm actually done my PhD. akhuluma kanje. Why am I speaking to this guy? What qualification do you have, Chief? Did you even study further? Or you only know a national senior certificate to Malusi? That's all you know. Who are you? Who are you and what are your credentials, Chief? You're like, sorry. Men and women are equal. Jubilee. Men and women are equal.
You can go in, my brother.
Okay, let's shut it down. At least bavumelene nami. Men and women are equal. Thank you.
No, but with the equality of it, we need.
Equal. When you say equal, what?
Yeah, well, like in what workspace?
What do you mean? Unpack equal. What does it
Physically, what do you mean?
mean? In what sense?
I think Penson and I were raised to be feminists
Okay.
by circumstance. What that means is we grew up in a space where we went to co-ed schools. Is it co-ed? When it's boys and girls?
Yeah, co-ed, yeah.
Co-ed schools with girls. So we didn't go to a boys' school. We grew up in a space where my mother was arguably the strongest figure in our lives. The most educated figure in our lives compared to our father. The highest earning figure of our parents. And when you look at our families, my mother's side and my father's side, there was a strong matriarchal presence.
Dope.
The wives of Ankeli, my aunts, strong women. Bayasebenza, bayafunda. When you look at our cousins, when you look at our sister's more educated than me and this guy. She just got her master's. Shout out to Penrose on getting her master's. She's going to have a PhD soon. So Dr. Penrose Mlotshwa, a PhD in being a younger sister to Ubuntu abakhohlakele. My journey from having two obnoxious, misogynist older brothers who do nothing but make noise on YouTube. Zakolisa Penny, Dr. Penny, Dr. Penny Penny. So we grew up in a space where the matriarchs were very strong. And we went to schools where your Bhavna Maharaj, your Nadira Sidat, your I'm trying to think of the girls that were top academic.
Who was that head girl?
Zinat Patel. Zinat Patel. Yeah. You know, on the sports front.
Strong woman.
Yeah, on the sports front we had, of course, the first rugby team, but there were girls that were playing first team netball, first team hockey. When it came to choirs, some of the strongest leaders in the choir would actually be the girls. Our choir conductors were female. Our most favorite and best teachers were female. So very matriarchal. So it would only hold that we would be raised to be modern men and we would see the value of women.
Yeah.
Later on in life, as I become a young man, as I become a father, tradition starts kicking in. Where all of a sudden, but we time. But as the father, I'm like, but I was never raised. I don't know what you're talking about. And then your Andrew Tate comes in, your Jordan Peterson comes in, your Kevin Samuels comes in.
YouTube comes in. Like masculinity, Red Pill Nation, the manosphere.
And you're like, no, we've lost men. We need men to come back. Bring back real men. We start laughing at simps. A man wouldn't do that. And we're trying to find our masculinity again, to define masculinity.
Even though you haven't practiced it.
We've got LGBTQI now, where people are like, I identify as a, and you're like, this is making things worse. So I went through this period in the last couple of years where I was trying to go back to tradition. And I was one of the people saying, look, we need to bring back manhood. I want to raise my sons to be strong men one day. I think society is better when they are strong men, personally. But recently I've had an epiphany. As you guys say, which I'm always changing my mind. Listen, I'm seeing, hey, Pela, this week, hey, let's support my illegal foreigner. No. Outside of physiological differences, there is nothing else that is different between a man and a woman. there is nothing that a woman cannot do that a man can do. And if we are going to dispute that men and women are equal, we must also dispute that men are equal, because that's the base assumption, that men are equal. Men can vote, men can own property, men should go to war because men are equal. Then women are like, no, but we're also equal. No, you're a woman, shut up. Men and women are equal. Individuals are different. So this man is stronger than, let's say, all those women or this woman. This woman out-earns all of those men or this man.
Yeah.
This woman is stronger physically
than this word
group of-
equal, because
Yeah,
equal
yeah.
means salingana. That's what I'm understanding. I'm still confused. Sorry. Maybe
The word equal is a problem.
it's killing me.
Okay, let's break it down so that you guys can go through it.
Because you say men and women are equal.
For ease.
People are different.
Let me do it for you for ease.
I'm lost, yeah.
We've got,
That's a problem.
Ish, sangshaya.
so physiological is penis, vagina, breasts, and then hormones. I'm isolating that out. That is a given. For me, that's undisputed.
And hormones.
And hormones.
But hormones affects everything else.
That affects
I
the
need to-
equality
you-
queen.
You can argue that, but I'm speaking
okay.
physiological. All right? I'm isolating. You can bring it in if you want.
Oh,
If you want,
okay.
yeah. So when you want to bring in things like, but a woman carries a baby, I'll refer back to physiological. But if you say, but hormones, I'll be like, okay, fair counter. Physical strength, academic superiority or proficiency, income generating ability, leadership qualities, parenting abilities, maybe ability to run a home, ability to solve problems. I'll just put those on the table.
You're saying we're all equal.
I'm saying these are the topics where now you guys can say in this one, in this one.
Did you
in
write
this
them
one.
down? I
No, I
forgot
didn't.
some.
Yeah,
Okay,
but again, I struggle to remove the physiological part because it affects your temperament. So let's go back to earning capabilities, as you're saying. So your temperament affects, generally speaking, the line of work that you might go into. So if you look at what the school calls the STEM, which is the science, technology, whatever,
maths.
maths, bullshit.
Not bullshit. Very important.
That's why you're right.
So those
Use
jobs,
harsh words for school.
those jobs tend to be more lean towards the masculine temperament. Let me not say to the man.
Isn't that legacy?
No. So again, let's first unpack testosterone versus estrogen from a hormonal point. Ukuthi, if I go to a female, and we've seen this with females in the sporting world, and they inject testosterone,
Okay.
what then happens to their temperament? They become more aggressive. We've seen that when they inject testosterone. They
Same with
become-
the man.
Yes, they
If a
become
man
more
also injects testosterone.
Yes, and if a man injects estrogen, his temperament becomes calm. He becomes more patient, and he becomes more emotional.
That's why when you have a
You
girl
know,
child, those things kick in.
So again, when I look at the physiological part, it affects this part. So for example, you even spoke about parenting. If you have a high level of testosterone, you will then tend to be more snappy and impatient with your kids versus someone who has a higher level of estrogen. That's why there's studies that say the more a father spends time with his kids, the lower his testosterone level starts dropping.
Without taking anything.
Without taking anything.
Okay.
And again, I think that is done.
So that's not a man doing anything unique except spending time with his
Yes.
kids.
Guti, now from a physiological point.
So the argument could be that hormones are impacted by the lifestyle you follow.
Yes, 100%. It could be that. That
It's not
could be-
because you're a
that-
man or a
that-
woman.
That could be the argument. So I'm just saying, Guti, our base is not the same. So my testosterone is there. Usisi's testosterone is down there.
Is the assumption on average?
On average, not
No,
assumption,
it's not an
it's the
assumption.
truth.
It's
I'm saying it's the assumption
what white
on
people-
average.
Yes, it's what Abelung have taught us.
Because I wanted to go back to this: men and men are equal, but konum chito ne testosterone there, konum chito ne testosterone there.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
I'm saying, Guti, the average man, the average woman.
Yes.
So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Guti. I'm confused with the equality because the average man has a greater testosterone level than the average woman. Meaning, Uguti, going back to temperament, personality, they will lean into different professions.
Exactly.
So women will lean into more of the humanities type of thing, where it requires a lot of softer talents and skills. You're listening.
Is that a woman
understanding.
thing or a hormone thing? According to you.
So-
according
so-
to what you've said just now.
It's a hormone thing,
Of which a guy can have.
of which a guy can have. But I'm working off the average guy.
I hear the average, but
And
I'm
the
just
average
going
woman.
back to it's possible.
100%.
It's possible.
Yes.
My point is just Your argument is hormonal. And
It's
in a
hormonal.
case where
Yes.
anyone, man or woman, has
Yes.
high testosterone,
Yes.
they lean here.
They'll lean there.
Where they have low testosterone, they'll probably lean
They'll
here.
lean there.
Which means it's
100%.
not so much about man, woman.
100%.
It's about hormone.
It's about hormone.
But what we've seen with the data is on average, it's women that are
that become women on average are more feminine.
no problem.
Men on average are more masculine. Why? We're being driven by the physiological, and that allows us to make certain decisions. So give me, it's very hard for me to separate whether it is the parenting, whether it's the job, whether men on average will work longer hours. They'll work more taxing jobs. Men on
Isn't
average.
that legacy again?
No,
The women who today are childless, maybe
No.
single, are,
Yes.
are more keen to travel,
they
work
they,
longer
they,
hours.
they might be more masculine than females who have kids.
So that's not again a man and a woman thing.
But again, I'm working off average. Because you're going to
So,
say...
so the reason I'm
so you
countering
might
you.
say...
Sorry, please hear me. The reason
Okay.
I'm countering you
Yeah.
is because I'm going back to this thing of, if we're going to say it's because of, let's say, lifestyle, what they eat, where they gym, for me, that argument is we're equal. Because me and Utebs are mano a mano. There's an average for men. But I hit the gym. I work long hours. He spends time with his kids. He eats yogurt. He watches Sex and the City. When they pull the data, they be like, hey, you were friends with a woman. I'm like, oh, Debs
But you're also working
and they're
off,
basing it on the hormones.
but you're also working off the assumption that I think that all men are equal.
I'm saying society works on that. And that's where my premise comes. We
saying-
say men are equal,
Yeah.
which is why men could vote, men could own property, men would go to
so,
war.
so maybe I should take a step back. And I don't believe in equality as a whole. Generally, let alone
This is across
sexes,
gender.
across everything.
So you don't care about
don't
men
think-
and women being equal. You're just saying
I don't
all
think it
people on
exists.
average are unequal.
Are unequal.
Okay.
I don't believe in the concept of equality.
You and I agree then.
So
You and I agree.
So if you are saying by the mere fact that no one is equal, that means everybody's equal.
Yes.
If that's what you are saying,
And then I qualified by saying the
and-
individuals are different.
so I'm removing. That's why I'm saying it isn't saying child, because I don't understand the term equality. It's like saying in the wild.
Ukuthi wazalelwe emadadeni and umzulu. So I mean, unecice ekhaleni. So I mean, what can you do? Endinzipho.
Manje amadada ngenapha amadada.
Waza amadada uyadadaza.
So when I'm trying to say, Guti, we can say, Guti, by the mere fact that in the jungle it's all animals, by the definition of animals means they're equal because they all are under the canopies. Okay, sharp, if that's the case.
That's not the case.
But I'm saying, Guti,
I'm saying the lion and the lioness are equal.
Sure, I'm saying the average man is not equal to the average woman.
And I'm asking you, is that not
So-
legacy?
No. So I'm saying if we're going to have this discussion based on average man versus average woman, then we can have the discussion.
Don't you think the same argument applies to black and white? I mean, Rob
Yes.
Hersoff would speak down on black people
If-
speak about success and money.
Yes.
And he takes away for me the legacy aspect that, but we never had a chance. And the little bit of chance we've had, it's sports, academics,
nebulous.
even in business, siyanyisa, relative.
No. I always say, Guti, when Namapunu were not in South Africa, what were we doing? What were they doing? We have to have those open discussions and be honest.
We're not equal.
What were we doing before they came and fucked shit
They
up?
were thinking of a gun.
Before they came,
Well,
and,
now you wanted to make a spear shot.
hey, Ntanga, we weren't even doing that, dog.
You guys believe
Baba.
that white people are superior to blacks?
I never used the word superior. I said
asking,
not
it's a
equal.
question.
No.
You believe whites are superior to blacks?
Because for me to use the word superior, I need to know the game in which we're playing.
No, you guys sound like you're laughing at what were black people doing when whites were.
Yes,
so I'm just asking: is the assumption that white people are superior?
No, it's not. Because
For you.
again, no, they're not superior.
Utebs hasn't answered.
I need to qualify what I'm saying. They're not superior because it's me comparing a eagle to a shark. There's none that I believe is superior to the other. I believe it's different. The reason why I would say whites are superior in the white person's game that we are playing of capitalism, they are better equipped in playing this game. Then they will be superior.
Black people have a game.
At this, no, if this is the game that we're playing, this westernized game.
Do black people have a game, or do they have a jungle?
Ubuntu is their game.
Do black people have a game? Do they know what the game is?
In a white man's game with white man's rules, because they shift goalposts, they change the rules. They will be superior in that game.
What is the black man's game? Jiga ma jiga. Jiva, twerk.
So I don't want to say the same way. I'm not saying that men are superior to women. So whoever might be hearing that, is hearing the incorrect thing. I'm not saying men are superior to women. I'm just saying we
I
are
want
not
to tell to answer the black
equal.
and white.
That's all I wanted to say. Let's
So-
see.
With them, I think we need to be fair with what are we speaking about? Are we speaking
I
about
don't do
strength?
that.
No, I'm saying the equality
There's
thing.
we'll get to the equality.
Oh,
You'll
okay,
answer
cool.
that second. I want you first to do the black and white. Do you think white people are superior to blacks?
In the game that we're in now,
Don't
2025.
fight game.
No, matter wait, wait, guys. We can't have that conversation without speaking about the economics.
You didn't ask for definitions when you were like, well, they were building guns when we were busy with the short spear. You didn't ask for definitions.
Yeah,
then.
I'm saying-
you shot from the hip. I'm asking, where's that coming from? Is it because you believe white people are superior?
No, Penson made an example.
Why would you know?
My man.
Why would you know?
Penson.
No, no.
Penson said,
No.
what are we fixing?
Reference to Penson, le thesis yako, reference to Penson.
Nangalako Jubilee. Nangalako.
Jula Mahamaka.
Kodwa hiyo.
Penson.
Hayi, nakulapha. Nakunokuzobuzo. Hey, wakhuluma ngama short spear baba. Khuluma ngama short spear. Yeah, short spear.
AmaZulu have a short spear.
It's tough.
AmaVenda have a long spear. AmaZulu short spear,
Venda.
Venda long spear. Hey, azojabula AmaVenda.
I think
I'm
gonna take the part. Barimende. No, man. Bafethu. It's tough just to have a simple answer, bro. It's tough because
Be honest. It's a
I
safe
can
In
tell
20
you that Tibbs believes it's a big yes.
It's a safe space.
It's a safe space. No, it's just
Then you'll
us.
speak about equality.
It's just the four of us.
in the camera and the what possible 10,000 people in 2025. Yeah, the game that we are all playing at the highest level, it's a game of criminality and a game. It's in there. Oh.
Angicleanga mina. Ethi interruptana lo njalo ngifuna ama comment interrupt.
Right now in 2025, the highest game that is being played, the world is run by criminals. And they understand the function of money and how to move money. I think we don't know that game. I think they are very superior. When it comes to controlling how money manipulates every single one of us, whether it's through social media, through governance, they know that game better than us. So they're definitely superior in that regard.
So you're saying Abelungu are criminals?
We are superior in Ubuntu.
Jiva.
No. I didn't say Ukjaiva. I think black people are superior in Ubuntu. There are certain things that we are not superior in. And I think we are just forcing it onto us to become them.
What do you mean by Ubuntu?
No, like in fact, empathy, sympathy. Hey, man. Like we feel for human beings, man. You know, we want to make sure that everyone is equal. In fact, we believe in every person must live to their highest potential, you know, and we want to give. We don't want to see people suffer, you know. I think that's where we are superior.
Do you think men and women are equal?
No, we're not equal. No. Nah, we're not equal. We cannot be equal. I mean, it's exactly what you're asking. In what?
I gave the things: physical strength, ability to make money,
I
solving problems,
said
leadership.
physical strength, men are more strong. That's the other one.
Ability to make money.
In 2025, women are making more money than the average black man.
I saw a stat.
That's a fact.
Wait, on a read something.
That's a fact.
Leadership.
You know, if we think that men are strong, we wouldn't be in this position. And I'm speaking for black people. I'm not speaking about the other races. I think for black people, if we're truly that strong,
Here's some really rich women.
sure.
Mackenzie Scott, $41 billion.
That is
Divorce, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos, yeah.
Melinda Gates.
as well.
Gates.
Yeah.
30 billion. Divorce Bill Gates. Sue Ann Arnold. Divorce Harold Ham. Elaine Wayne. Divorce Steve Wayne.
Yeah.
Sheila Johnson.
think she's worth what, 1
Divorce,
billion, 2
Robert
billion.
Johns. So
Yeah,
mina-
BET, no?
So yes. So give me when we talk about, I want to know what the average is, because I know that Serena Williams would whoop my ass with one hand.
Yeah.
Playing tennis. She would probably with both eyes closed.
Sure.
But that doesn't speak to where she is within the percentage of great tennis players playing against a male equivalent of the same level. Because Serena herself said if she were to play against men, she believes she wouldn't make the top 2,000.
No.
In an interview, she said that. So forget what our opinion is when she said
You know, Serena's serve speed is at the average of Amajit. I think Serena could be the only woman that can play at that level, Amajit.
No, she couldn't. Because she has. Her and Venus played against that guy who had finished playing a round of golf and had 6 beers and smoked 10 cigarettes, and he beat them back to back. Anyway, it's...
No.
What do you mean, no? So we can Google these things. It's the same way that
Serena.
same way that the team... Huh? It's the same way that the Australian national soccer team played against under 15s and lost 5-0. The same way that the team...
No, Joe, the
in
next
Italy-
I'm saying I agree with what you're saying.
So-
I just
so-
thought Serena could be different, but yeah, what you're saying.
But
I agree with what you're saying.
she wouldn't. She wouldn't. But it's neither here or there.
Okay, sharp, yeah.
We could take Abafana sprinters right now, grade 10 sprinters, boys, and put them in the Olympics, and they'd win, and they'd come position 1 to 8 in the final. Grade 10 boys in Joburg. Forget. Yeah, boy.
I'm with you,
So give me. I just always want to go back to when you speak about the business, the salary, the money, and just say, can we just work on average? Because sometimes we make this thing of comparing someone who is elite with me. And I was like, of course, if you're going to compare Melinda Gates to me.
What's that?
Insane. But people like doing that. Good. Oh, so you think you're physically stronger? So you think that you could beat? And then they say someone who's an anomaly, a 0.1 in the female space to me, who barely just scratches the 51% amongst the gents. And I say, compare apples to apples. Compare apples to apples.
But
and
a
then
big part of it outside of physiological, strong testosterone is also legacy. The number of boys that would be exposed to tennis versus girls. The number of girls that would be exposed to running businesses versus guys. Yeah. So it becomes an unfair. It's almost like comparing good mothers versus good fathers. The sample size for good fathers is so much smaller that whatever feedback you get from there is going to be skewed. So how you get rid of legacy, which is very difficult, is to try and expose people and then see. And what we've seen from an academic perspective is that women can whip us. What we see in terms of income ability, given the same chance, they have the ability to.
They do.
So then you
They
start
can.
asking similar questions of other things. Sports is easier because that's physical. And generally, legacy of being a man, sure, but testosterone is higher, you're bigger, you're taller. But we're like, let women come in as well and let's see. And my argument is just because a similar thing could be said about mano a mano in football. Me and Utebza versus Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. So then when they do the stats, they're like, were they playing against women? You're like, no. It's just he and Konvo. So I'd almost want people to be exposed at a certain level. And why I believe in equality more than anything specifically today is because I'm realizing that part of the problems, maybe this is what I should have led with. No, but I'm glad I'm raising it now. Part of the problem we have in society is that men are struggling with identity. Men are struggling with this legacy of you must be a provider. And when they can't, they are falling depressed and we need to have a conversation that if we are going to embrace women empowerment, feminism, we need to sit men and women down and explain to them, Guti, there's the law of averages. But then there's you, Debza and your wife, Penson and your wife, Penel and your wife. There's you guys. And we're saying within the two of you, who's stronger at this? And we need you guys to work together to make this a success.
Exactly.
Because if Debza's going to come and say, but as a man, I can't, but you're not that guy. But you women, babe, but I run like 100 million rand company. So I don't understand what you mean when you say women like being emotional. That's not me. And now we're fighting, endlini, we're fighting on our community as if, and that's where in South Africa, I think with Jews and Muslims, where there's like a South African, women are liberated. And they're like, oh no, we hear you. Tina, here we chose this way and it's working for us. And if Nina, choosing that way works for you, sure. If it doesn't, maybe come borrow our way or look into something else where you're saying, look, we need women who are going to embrace, you earn more, babe, you're going to pay more. I'm better with the kids, I'm going. And we're comfortable because someone said men and women are equal, individuals have different strengths.
You know what you're saying? I think we spoke about it here as well in one of our early episodes about the fact that men are struggling with the fact that they are holding on to tradition. But they don't have the resources that can advance that thinking of a tradition. And it's because it's very advantageous. And yet, I'm a man, he must then I must provide. And then naturally, so it's 2025. Most of the houses that were bought in SA last year were from females. Most cars that were bought last year were from females. So I'm saying, I'm just saying that we need to redefine what is manhood in 2025.
Outside
We
of
cannot-
penis and testosterone.
Yeah, that thing means nothing because back then a penis was that it came with other things. Provision, safety, guidance, umntwana, like you had certain things called you had a penis. Now that penis has no advantage now. Because the people who run the economics is not the penis. It's other people that run society.
Maybe like brain.
You know what I mean?
Like it's moved from the genitalia and the muscles to brain.
Exactly. So right now, I think Amachita need to redefine what is manhood.
Machita.
Yeah.
Society.
No, the man. Because the thing about the
So by-
society
by-
becomes
by-
very
by-
difficult.
by saying that
I
the-
agree with both of you. And
Okay.
I want to say I agree with both of you so he can carry on.
Okay.
So he wants men to do it. You'd like women to also jump in and add so that it's a societal chat. But
Unfortunately,
we can have both. We can have a luchotla for the gents only.
Yeah.
We can have a luchotla where we invite the woman to also come define manhood and whatever.
because right now what's killing is that most guys, they can't run finances, bro. It's a fact. But you're holding on to this thing.
You don't even have a job.
I want an ex. I know this thing. But
Drive
when you
a-
look at the
you
stats,
drive a car, you live in a house.
my man, the stats are saying, man, you actually can't run this thing. You then become aggressive to the woman.
Because
Because
all you have left is the muzzle.
Because after that is to hit or whatever, it becomes the last resort.
That's all you
But
have.
it's because you are fighting something that you're realizing, I don't have it, but you're holding on to it. And the society is oglacha, or the tabernacle is oglacha, or old lady, whoever's going to make fun of you. So I'm saying in relationships right now, and me, I think I'm trying to get that right. Even when we started, it wasn't a thing of, I'm the man, I'm the what. It was a thing of, who is best at what in the relationship.
You believe in that.
Yeah. I believe in...
You're a feminist.
I mean, you can call me, I don't know in what aspect, but I'm fine if that's the term.
First wave feminism is the equality of men and women, specifically with the aim of ensuring that women are paid at the same level as men for the same work they're doing.
No. Women playing soccer and men playing soccer cannot be paid the same.
No, that's not what that argument is.
What is it?
The argument is if a woman is playing soccer and getting 200,000 people viewing and ads, and a guy's playing soccer and getting 200,000 views.
Yeah,
and
that
ads,
she must get the
they
same.
get
Yeah,
the
no,
payment.
in that aspect. If
It's a
that's
good
what
example you're raising because Banyana wants to get paid the same, but
They cannot.
Their viewer
They don't
ratings
deserve it.
and their ad space. Never mind the quality of soccer.
How?
If they were playing soccer twerking and niggas were watching, like OnlyFans, of which OnlyFans it's the women that get paid more.
Yeah.
On reality TV, it's the women that get paid more. It's based on attention capital. But people think, but you play soccer, I play soccer. You're like, no, that's not the game we're in. It's not the quality of soccer. It's the quality of eyeballs and the advertisers.
Yeah.
But that's what feminism is saying.
Oh,
and you're
okay.
almost arguing, if the woman is better equipped, she must do the thing. If the woman is doing the work, she must get
If you
paid.
made up is better at finances, why are you fighting?
I'm into the argument is, but the man must be the provider. So why are
You
you
don't know
giving women
numbers.
money?
When you have money, you waste the money. You go to a shopping. Monday asna nyugendlin.
Then you must teach
Man,
that. You must teach that man.
But I want to jump in because I
Okay,
still
sure.
fully disagree. I still disagree.
Okay.
Because we'll talk about women buying more houses or buying more cars, but we're not unpacking. We want to stand at the finish line, seeing whoever shines, and then make conclusions. Can't we're not saying we spoke about given the same opportunities, black guys tend to be better at rugby or whatever. But we're not unpacking Guti when they were 12, and we had to choose a line setup of 50. Of that 50, 40 had to be black. Meaning, Guti, they were better, talented, skilled white people that didn't make it because of a policy.
Correct.
And now we working with the 80% black all the way until they get to age 18. They leave, they become Springboks under 20. And then we say, you see, given the same opportunities, we can do exactly the same. There was a gap here that you didn't unpack. So it's the same thing with women and women empowerment and in the workspace, where our generation has to pay for the sins of the generations above us.
Correct. 100%.
Because now I could have been born with a twin sister, ne? And we went to the same school, ate the same food. Let's say, Oleti, the same way that you were trying to raise your kids to be as much
Equal.
Let's say the home environment is that, but now we're applying to university. Even if I'm slightly stronger than her, but the opportunity is for a female.
Correct.
Then she gets ahead.
Correct.
Now we're trying to apply for a job and you're looking for a female, she gets ahead. Sure. And then someone then says, when we are 35, you see females are, let's say she earns 2,000 Rand more than me, whatever. See females given the same opportunities can do more than you. We didn't get the same opportunities.
Sure. Yes, but that's the legacy of men. That's the argument that white people have.
That's fine.
If men are so strong, why do you even worry about that policy?
I'm not even disagreeing.
The Indians in this country and the Jews don't care about BEE. They still make money.
They have their own privileges.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to explain is that we will say things given the same opportunity.
It's not even the same because
opportunity. No, but
please hear me. Please hear me.
He made the example.
Never mind
of
even
sport.
the same. Please hear me. Please hear me.
Allow me to finish my point.
It is still so unfairly weighted to whites and men that even the policy
I'm not disputing.
It's still not even fair. It's still far behind. You're speaking about one generation of sins. You're not speaking about 500 years of male domination.
Perfect.
You're just angry that you're the first whites or you're the first men who are disadvantaged. And already you're like, but she had I'm like, you've had 500 years, man. You're telling me
1,000.
Your sons are going to complain with every advantage.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys are really not that great.
Fine. If that's the case, sure. But we spoke about sport because this started when I spoke about Serena. And we'll say which guys have been exposed to tennis more than women. And I'll say a sport that I used to coach was something like athletics, the 100-meter sprint. And I coached it from grade R to matric. Okay. That is one of the fairest spaces that you'll see. I think everyone that I know, maybe I might be wrong, woman and man, has run the 100-meter at some point in their life. And you realize very quickly, Guti, even in that space, whether you're in a private school, everyone's got the financial resource, the boys still do a lot better. From grade R right until matric. So you're like, oh, okay, so biology and physical attributes speak to this.
Yes.
Because at grade R, we can't now say, Guti, the boys' legacy have been experienced more to the 100-meter sprint than the average girl.
But they have. Because of historic, we used to run and hunt. Women didn't.
So you're talking about biology?
I'm talking about biology.
So when
I was with you and agreeing with you until you said that.
No, good when you said tennis, you spoke about exposed to tennis.
I understand. Look, sports.
I misunderstood when you said exposed to tennis.
Sports is a dangerous example purely because we have the legacies of what male genetics bring. It's the first time we're getting women lifting weights and sprinting so that we can see the daughters of Sha'Carri, Richardson, and Shelly. We don't know this, so then we'll see.
If we're speaking of legacy in the sense of biology,
I tried to take away the biology because I said that one is I won't dispute it.
And I said the biology affects everything else. That's what I said.
I agree with you.
So if you say,
which is why when you're going to use athletics as an example, I'm going to say when it comes to exposure, 100%. If you're going to be like, but you see the boys are like, but there's a genetic legacy.
I touched on that, and you then referred to legacy, the genetic legacy.
Yes.
So I'm saying everything is based on biological legacy. Then it's a pointless argument or discussion.
But you did say no one is equal, and I agreed with you.
And I'm talking about the average man.
Let's use athletics.
I want to hold on to the average man. Let's use athletics and let's use the average woman.
Let's use brain, which Utebs are raised.
Yes. So legacy.
So people are born with the brain unearned from people who studied.
Yes,
and
that's legacy.
Yes.
Man or woman.
Okay. Yeah.
Physical same.
Yeah.
There's a boy in grade R, grade 1 who's running against a fat boy who just didn't choose to have fat parents.
Yes.
And that's where you were saying, look, man, woman, man on man, valid, no one is equal. And I said with you, I agree. If that's the case, then sure. But when you're going to argue, look, the boys were beating the girls, I'll say the boys were also beating the fat boys in the same way they beat the
I'm
girls
saying-
because we inherit something
inherit,
that's
yeah.
outside of us.
Yes, and I'm saying the average boy is beating the average girl.
I agree.
And you're now saying that's due to legacy.
The problem is you're using athletics as an example.
No, it doesn't matter. We can use business.
And the average girl can
we-
beat
we-
the average thin girl can beat that fat boy.
Yes.
Any
Yes.
day.
No. I'm going. So I'm saying with you, the average businessman
Okay.
is better than the average businesswoman.
Yes.
Okay. Then
I
we,
believe-
then we're aligned.
But that's legacy. That's white people. That's your
we,
100% son.
we can say it's
Yeah,
legacy,
then-
but
yeah,
then
it's
I
done.
agree.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I agree.
But I agree. I
Wuthi-
agree with
Wuthi,
the biology.
The best woman, the richest woman, will still get dumped by the richest man.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
But that goes now to individuals being different.
No, but I said on average, men are better.
Sure.
White
Business-wise?
people are better.
No, I need to be talking about.
I understand, but I'm also adding-
white people are better in the game of business. Done.
Sure.
So I was going
So
about
men
business.
and white people,
In the game of business are better
then women and black people.
than women and black people in the game of business. On average.
Yes.
Okay. Aligned. Sis,
Let's go home.
you aligned.
No, let's go home.
Hey, so
go.
Usizwe
Show me
nespan
my
madoda, usizwe nespan endlini madoda. That's fine. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Unplanned.
guys.
Good night.